I put on side tone on my headset.
Welcome to Xbox Uncut, episode 264, the reunion podcast, the E3 predictions podcast. I don't know. It has a bunch of names. But this week I'm joined by a crazy, huge panel of guests. We have the wonderful Tim Dog on the show this week. What's up, Tim?
What's up? Happy to be here. Reunion and prediction time.
Yes, and we have, without a doubt, the loudest man on the podcast. Man that can't stop talking. What's up, Eric?
Hello, how you doing?
Man, you picked up. I was hoping you weren't there, honestly.
Yeah, it's the reunion. I gotta be
You
here.
keep going about his poor microphone. It literally,
Well, the thing is,
it literally
sounded
sounded.
for Eric because he's talking to us from the past.
It literally sounded like he picked up a phone.
It's not an Eric intro if he doesn't pause for like two seconds and then
Yeah.
just. Oh, hello.
No, I'm here. Guys, I'm here. All right.
It's like he has a red phone in his house. Says Xbox Uncut on it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Hey, what's wrong with that? You know, what's wrong with
It's
that?
the bat
Except
phone.
it.
It
Except
sparkles.
it's
It's
Yeah,
wrong because he stole it from Graham Bell.
it's called Steam too. The only way you can contact Eric is through Steam, which is weird. But
That's true.
We have Jason on the show this week. What's up, Jason?
What's up, guys?
Followed by Mr. Kris Steel. What's going on, Chris?
Man. Thanks for having me on.
No, thanks for being on, sir. We have Team Vernia. What's up,
I'm
Vern?
back again.
Back again. And hopefully, maybe we'll do a little follow-up E3 thing, which should be fun. I know you're excited for that.
I'm going to be there. I'm going to get to meet Tim.
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. I love and 1,000 other Xbox fans.
Yeah,
Be
but I
there
don't
in
care about
spirit.
them. I only care about you, Tim.
You and Hip Hop Gamer is all. That's why Vern's.
I already met Hip Hop Gamer.
Yeah, he met
Thank
him,
you.
right? You met him, right?
I did
Yeah.
at the Connect launch back in New York City.
Wow.
Wow.
And the man that brought us all together. Welcome to the show, Will.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Glad to be here. This is a very special occasion. Very glad to be on the panel with these gentlemen, these fine gentlemen. Thanks for all for coming. Really appreciate it. And I can't wait to talk about E3 and all the fun Xbox stuff coming up.
I don't know. I think you're all jerks.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I am.
There's no denials in this threat.
Also, a side thing, Steve Rules couldn't make it, unfortunately, but we love you, Steve. Hope to have you at some point, and keep on rocking, sir.
Yes.
He would just be pumping gears the whole time anyway. So
Yeah.
it's okay.
And the studios. I would love to hear him about the studios.
You can
Well,
also
I mean-
find, you can find that out at steverules.com.
Yes.
With
it's
Steve,
Rules
he'd
at
probably,
steverules.co.uk, sir. If,
Well, no, didn't he get .com
no,
and now
he
it
did,
routes
but
to
they don't exist no more, so I'm going to use the original Steve Rules.
Okay.
steverules.co.uk. Because I actually
Doesn't exist no more?
Yeah, I went looking for it, and I don't think he doesn't have it up anymore, which is very saddened me.
Yeah, end of an era.
But you could always check out xboxuncut.com. Just saying. Welcome, Infinity Lion. on,
Infinity Line.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy? Thanks for
let's see,
showing up.
Fucking E3. It's a week away.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little bit more. It's a week and a day. I know everybody's excited for it to come up. What do y'all think? What's going to happen at E3? Tim?
It's canceled due to Death Stranding.
Are they canceling E3 for Death Stranding, Tim?
Yes, I think they're going to just go on with the Death Stranding
Montage?
trailer. Yep, and then just say, there it is, guys. Have a nice E3.
We gave up, guys. They're gonna play the Death Stranding trailer on the Microsoft stage, and they're
And they'll
like,
have the baby.
"It's over,
come- Phil's going to come out with the baby fetus thing.
Yeah.
So,
Sucking on his left nip.
Yeah.
That'd be great if he
That's
did
what-
that anyway.
His picture is going to be of a baby sucking on his left nip.
With how much he's against the whole fanboy thing, it would be funny if he actually did just come out with something like that.
A baby
Just to be
fetus.
like a hey, fuck off.
Imagine that.
Wait, he has a Death Stranding shirt on.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that would be awesome actually.
hmm
Fanboys with good nuts.
Oh, I'm sorry. One other side note. Steph, I think he's in Florida. I don't know if he's able to come on today. Hopefully he is, but if not, we shall see you again, Mr. Steph. Hopefully see you soon.
Yeah, he
Doing
said
in
he'd
Florida.
jump on, so hopefully he pops up, but
Cool.
we will be waiting.
Shinley.
All right,
It's
cool.
too bad. I was looking forward to between him and Eric arguing with each other.
See who's the
Definitive
the
blackmail.
definitive
I mean,
blackmail.
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah, that's always fun. Yeah, so do you guys want to get into the 14 exclusives that Phil was talking about, or you guys want to do more predictions?
Should we go studio to studio?
Yeah, let's do that, man. And I'll start writing, and we'll see if we can get to 14 really easily.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds like good.
Should
Sounds
be
good.
fair.
I can't
Yeah.
count.
I
can't
got,
count.
dude. I got the website. I got the website already up with all the studios, and it doesn't include the 13th studio, which is Global Publishing. So I
Yeah.
don't understand what they're on, but they got to fix that. And it says Minecraft instead of Mojang or Mojang or
Yeah.
whatever you call it.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
To be honest, you might as well.
Infinity
They're not gonna
Lion,
make
he has a
anything else.
prediction from chat real quick. I like it if Phil lets Sony come on stage for a trailer or two just because we are all gamers and want to show the friendship.
It would be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do a little bit of
That
news.
would be- that would be
how,
pretty
how do y'all
cool, to
feel
be
about
honest.
the Azure Microsoft relationship with Sony?
I think it's great.
What if
Yeah.
what if that's the game they showed is fucking Azure running the PlayStation game?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. But like, I think it's great news, and the reason I think it's great news is because it feels like the console guys are getting together to take on Google,
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Stadia.
and I think that needs to happen. You know,
I think, but moreover too, I think it's going to be. I think the days of crossplay and getting blocked. I think those days are over. You see COD already signing up. It's just a way of bringing gamers together. It's going to be a more streamlined experience. I expect dedicated servers on all games. Honestly, he's a guy that's always, you've asked about console wars. I think it's a very good thing. It's bringing gamers together. At the end of the day, when two companies that you would never think that they could come together like that come together, it's a very good thing, and it's a good thing for the whole entire industry. And I really expect this next generation to be a bigger step than this generation was with gaming and technology. I have a feeling that it's going to be a little stepped up, which is and I'm happy about.
Oh yeah, definitely. Lots more like crossplay, lots more MMO stuff crossing each other. Yeah, it should be really cool.
Hopefully Xbox has some VR.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know you were arguing with our friend Nick on Twitter about that.
oh, I
Yeah.
despise VR right now. I just got to say it. I tried it many times. It just makes me sick. It makes me sick, man. They say you can develop VR legs, but it does not happen. I'm sorry.
It's because, like, for the last, I don't know, 30-something years, we've been playing video games with the controller in our hands, staring at a screen. I think, for me, VR, I don't know, like, seeing Ready Player One, and, I mean, I know it's going to be years away before we're really into that, but VR, Xbox really needs a VR solution when the Switch has one.
Well, I think it's really going to be a
switching.
generational leap thing where it's really going to come in when a successful technology can get out there where people that are 30 or so or mid 20s are having kids and they grow up in a house with a VR and they grow up playing with it. And when they get older, it's going to be a thing just like when video games first started, VR is going to take people actually used to the technology to really adopt it. I mean, not entirely, but for it to be like the big thing, like you said, God, what's that movie? You just said the name of the movie too.
Ready Player One.
Just like Ready. If you want something like Ready Player One, where most people are playing games through that kind of interface, you really got to grow up with it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us
I
still
think
have
it's
hard
definitely
times
the
with that.
future. I just think that we're just at the infancy of it. I think Xbox might get involved when, and Phil has stated that the the way it is intrusive or not, like basically when you're closed off, it's not a good thing. I don't think that like when you put on a VR set, you're basically closed off to the world. So I don't know if they'll ever get involved with that with VR totally. They might get involved with AR, obviously. But the wireless and more power, when it becomes more of a
Well,
thing
look at the
where it's
Quest. That's $400.
what's the Quest?
Oculus Quest. It's $400 completely wireless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is it powerful? Like these games that you're playing are
You can play Beat Saber and all that dumb shit.
yeah, but most of these games that you play though, they're not of AA AAA
Well, I
quality.
mean, they're experiences, and I feel like when they announced Project Scorpio, Phil did say high fidelity VR, and that was one thing that I really
They
stuck with
dropped
me.
the hell
Then,
out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did say that, but I just don't. I personally think that VR is from really getting to the mainstream is about 10 years away. I just think that it needs to really flesh itself out, and
It's,
um, it
I
might
think
not be for everyone. It might not be for everyone. It's just something that
when there's solutions on cell phones and Nintendo Switch and PlayStation and the Oculus Quest, and then you have the Vive, you have all these solutions, and Xbox is the only major player, I
yeah,
guess.
but one of them was selling. No, none of them are selling really. The only thing that's selling is PSVR,
well,
and
Because
it's
it's
not selling.
affordable. I mean, if you have an Xbox VR, you make it affordable, similar to PSVR.
I
I
mean,
think it
you're
would sell
talking
well.
about Nintendo getting involved. It's like look at what they're getting involved with. It's nothing
Oh, I
that's.
mean,
It's nothing that's.
they're there. They're
Yeah, but
there
it's
though.
What's Nintendo doing again?
Nintendo has
the
experiences where you can get the cardboard thing, put your Switch in it, and then
cardboard.
look around in circles. Like
And,
it's
well,
Gosh.
everything has to have a start, right?
it's,
Right. It just has to
it's
flesh
pretty
out, in
bottom
my
of.
opinion.
I mean, it's almost a step back from just not even having it. Period. Like it is. It is very limited. Like I understand wanting to have it, but it's. I don't know. Like
I think it depends. I understand what Chris is saying. I just think that I
It'd
think
just be
Xbox.
nice. It would be another, another
Yeah,
flag in the tent pole or whatever
yeah.
that
I think
thing
that
is.
they might get involved with it down the line, but it definitely has to. It has to gain popularity,
the
like
problem
more
with
popular than what it is than it is now.
the idea is okay. One, you're going with the presumption that the technology is ready for mainstream. It's really not.
Nope.
You're
Makes you
also
sick.
going with the presumption that being first somehow means you're going to be the most successful. And we've looked through
We'd all be
industries
playing
many, many
Meridian
a time.
59 as our first MMO.
Yeah. Or Atari would be the mainline console, or someone other than Apple would have the most highest selling single
Was it Netscape?
device.
Was that the name of the graphical browser?
That doesn't mean
Yeah.
that you should damper any reasons to make breakthroughs in the technology, or that there shouldn't be a push with it, or that large companies shouldn't be investing. But at the same time, you're also talking about they're the ones that invented the lens for the Oculus. Their research, their R&D has a lot to do with VR. I mean, I definitely see that they need to get more involved in the actual consumer market.
Once it's ready.
But I think Microsoft is also trying to look at being not just the person that involves themselves in selling the actual consumer goods. I don't think they really want to be that person anyway. I don't think they want to be that interface. They want to be the company that creates the technology behind it, and they want to be the company that supports the technology. And
What's that, kind of like IBM?
Yeah, well, like with Azure, they don't or with Microsoft Surface. Yes, they offer their own computer right now, but that's not really why they made it. They made it to show everyone else that makes Windows computers, hey, this is what we expect. They don't want to be Samsung. They don't want to be or one of these other manufacturers that actually that's their entire company. But yeah, as far as like you need to be in there so you don't lose out. I think 10 years is being optimistic, to be honest, as far as VR becoming mainline. I think it's going to be longer than that.
No, I mean it's going along pretty. Like technology's getting pretty up there now. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, it's a little sooner. But
Well, you're talking like the thing is like when people think Ready Player One, like the screen you would need in a device. I mean, you would need, my God, per eye.
yeah,
You'd need
I
like
mean,
an 8K per eye display.
yeah, that's true.
it's obviously a dream, but I mean, like,
running
yeah,
at
yeah.
really high frame
VR,
rate too.
Yeah.
Really
It'd be
high
nice to-
frame rates, like 120, 240 frame rate,
Probably
8K
minimum
per eye.
120.
Like it, and it would definitely probably have to be cloud run just to do it.
Look, I'm gonna do all that shit on my fucking Switch. So fuck y'all. That's the future. 240p per eye.
Speaking of Switch, do we think? I know this is not really an E3 prediction since we're not talking about
We're just
Xbox,
bullshitting
you know.
at this point.
But
Just go for it.
no. What do we think's going to happen with the Switch? Do we think we're going to get a new version of one?
Oh
coming up?
yeah,
no, I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Well, I just think it's nothing gonna be. Things gonna be new screen.
Redesign.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be they're gonna have they might have a faster one, but I don't think it's kind of like what they did with their 3DSs, like something, a step up, an OLED screen, that type of stuff.
I
It's gonna be called the new Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I'd kill for an OLED screen on the Switch because there's some games that would look fantastic on it.
oh yeah. It's probably gonna have a 1080p screen. What is it?
As
720 now?
long as they don't crush the blacks.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I want to pick up a new Switch, like the newer version. That'd be
Because-
awesome.
Vita OLED version, everyone talks about how great it was because it has an OLED, but it crushed like the bottom like 5 or 10% of the black levels or something. It's terrible.
I
the
hope
grayscale.
the Xbox Anaconda does not crush the blacks.
I think we're over that. For the only
was a
time
big
it happens now is in like Xbox backwards compatibility stuff, like with
Yeah.
the Splinter Cell, the most recent Splinter
The
Cell one that went
Blacklist,
4K. Yeah, Blacklist. That one still looks like crap. But like no, but they fixed it for the most part. There's some
Yeah.
games that still have issues, but those are all games that came out in the first year or the first year and a half of the console. So it seems like they finally got it together.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, that was a big thing in the first.
Do you guys remember when they had that? They had like it looked like a pencil lining when they first. This is like the first year Xbox came out, Xbox One, and it looked like they had some type of. People complained about it, but it was like sketching, or it was like for the anti-aliasing.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like,
Oh, the sharpening filter.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, no,
Yeah.
that definitely happened. It was for games that weren't running in the native resolution.
right.
They added the sharpening filter, and people were like, "Gee, it looks so good, even though it's in 720p." It's like because you like sharpening.
Yeah, it was kind of clever, but like sly at the same time. It was pretty funny.
They were struggling at that time.
Yeah, definitely. It's crazy when you think about it. Like,
Well, like Call of Duty Ghosts was the worst because not only did it crush the blacks, it also had the sharpening filter. So and same thing with Battlefield 4. Both of those were terrible
Yeah.
with that.
I remember the Call of Duty was really bad. Even I actually preferred it, but I can understand why people didn't like it. It definitely looked off.
I'm
Well, it
so
looked
glad
better
we
than the
got
360
Xbox One
version.
X.
Yeah, thank God.
Right.
yeah, I think
But
Killer Instinct too.
obviously you would prefer the native resolution, but that was one of the things that they were trying to compensate.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. Now we got Killer Instinct at 4K. So
Yeah, isn't that crazy? It went from 720 to 900 to 4K. That's unbelievable.
in one
Looks,
generation,
looks great too.
Yeah,
They really
yeah.
did. Like a lot of people didn't believe them when they said what the kind of work they put into the One X to get that thing.
Yeah.
Like they really did put work.
Oh
into
yeah,
that
when the
system.
One X first launched, all the fucking fanboys go, "It's not gonna be real 4K. There's no 4K. There's gonna be like 3
Yeah.
4K games. That's it."
and
They
there's
laugh
so
at
much 4K. And now we're gonna get
PC
Gears 5 in 4K, 60 frames per second.
Yeah,
Almost right.
That's
Do you
wild.
think that's going to be checkerboarded or native?
native.
I think it'll be native with like a scaling resolution.
Could
Well,
be
you know?
I don't
scaling,
think-
yeah.
Checkerboarding doesn't work as well on Xbox as it does PlayStation, though. The reason
Because it's
they
not built
do-
into the hardware.
Yeah,
No, well, not just that. The Pro is literally 2 versions. It's a double. Like a lot of the architecture is like it's mirrored almost. So
Yes, it
when
allows
It's built into the hardware, yeah.
yeah, so it's like like you said. I was just trying to.
it was like how Microsoft, the Xbox One had. What is it? It has more frame layers, and that way they can like do assets in 4K in one layer, and they because original Xbox One games you would have like a game running at let's say 900p, but you'd have all the assets running at 1080p, and you would get these weird like conversions of like all your assets look good, or you could have like the
Like DY.
shadows ran at a lower resolution, but the game running at a higher resolution. There was a bunch of different weird
Well,
rendering.
variable resolutions are better anyway because they hold up for the future. Like all these games that are running at variable resolutions that are not hitting 4K, but they have a max resolution of 4K. All that stuff is going to run at 4K whenever Anaconda comes out.
Yeah, and not just that. Me and you were playing. What was it? Monster Hunter World, and that game. It's like 1800p or something, but it's uncapped. So when we're playing on the next gen consoles, that game
it'll be 60,
run at 60 frames per second at this fucking nice high resolution. Like that, stuff like that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure checkerboarding was really supposed to. I think it works a tiny bit better or something. Or
it certainly looks better.
Like,
checkerboard 4K looks way better than 1080p. It really does.
I think the PlayStation 4 Pro was a good mid-gen console. It's just the Xbox did a way fucking better job.
It's too loud.
Well, not just did a way better job. I mean,
it's just
it was a bigger jump.
Yeah, it's way more powerful. It's powerful enough to actually be a mid-gen. Like it's impressive the mid-gen refresh that they pulled out.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what they're going to do with the X as far as when Lockhart comes out. If they're just going to scale it down, or what's going to happen with all that.
I don't. Speaking of which, this whole thing about how Lockhart's supposed to have lower teraflops makes no sense to me whatsoever. Like I know
I think they're
gearing have the same CPU though.
Yeah, but CPU. Could you imagine releasing a device at the same time while Xbox One X's are out and saying, "Yeah, this is new, but it can't display as high graphic quality"?
Well, it could probably do ray tracing. Yeah, it's 1080p 60 and a 4K 60 SKUs.
Yeah,
that's what I think they're going for.
So they'll have the same CPU, or speed, because it would be
why not just
AP?
So
of course,
they're just doing it so they have the same CPU, but not.
That's my assumption. Yeah. So you'll have the same frame rates for both games, for both versions, but one will run in 1080p, one will run in 4K or higher eventually. I don't know.
No,
I don't think.
one device. I guess
think both consoles will be capable of 4K. It's just some games won't run.
I wouldn't be surprised if the new console is capable of 8K. They'll have it work on 8K displays eventually.
Don't you think that puts them in an odd position with the One X existing? So you can either buy a One X and get more graphical power, or you could buy a Lockhart and get more CPU.
It depends on how they're gonna because right now the rumor is that for the next 2 or 3 years that there will be no exclusive games on Scarlet.
So they'll have 4 versions of Xbox games. That's insane.
The only reason I say that is
Sony will have the same thing, right? Or
yes.
They'll have
3 versions.
We'll have 3 because they don't have
2.
So 7 versions of console games, not including Switch SKUs.
If they do the tools correctly, it should be as much as just flipping a switch from 1080p to 4K, though. Yeah. I would hope. So I don't.
Why not just put the same amount of
tools
graphical
are there?
power?
I'm sure.
Why not just put the same amount of graphical power into Lockhart that's in the One X?
Well,
that's why it doesn't make any sense to me. Why not?
I think they're going for affordability. Plus, there'll be things that the Lockhart can do that X can. I think that Lockhart
it'll run at 60 frames per second in games that the X can't.
Right, and it'll also possibly have ray tracing built into it too. So, I mean, it's going to be very interesting how it all breaks out. But to be honest, I think the X is still a viable solution for the next couple of years for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, at least the next year and a half, and then probably another year after that. Yeah, so about 2.5 years.
Although I'll be curious to see how, let's say PlayStation just comes out with one console versus 5 different SKUs of
It will be,
Xbox.
I assume.
So that's
yeah.
going to be really odd and kind of weird to see how that plays out.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
I
because
wish-
Microsoft will have a better performing one that's probably $100 more than the PS5.
Right.
And then they'll have the 1080p one, which is probably going to be $100 less than the PS5.
So,
Yeah.
do you really believe that the Anaconda and PS5 could be capable of hitting 8K? I mean, that's
No.
to me seems like a tall order.
There will be 8K support though.
There's going to be 8K. Okay, so how this works is they'll have the standard in HDMI to support to be plugged into an 8K display. It'll never render natively in 8K.
8K ready.
Right.
Upgrade or
It'll be
upres,
at
right?
most there
yeah.
might be an 8K video player if they do put a
Right.
new version of a Blu-ray drive
So
in there
YouTube
that you
or
could watch
Netflix.
8K video, but that's about it. It'll
So-
have the same ability as an Xbox One S hooked up to a 4K TV.
So like downscale, kind of like from 1080, like 4K to 1080 or something like that, like the way it does it on 1080p
Or
TVs.
no, it's just that it like an Xbox One S on a 4K TV can play 4K content. It just can't play video games in 4K.
Right.
The Anaconda will be the same way when hooked up to an 8K TV. Like Vern said, Netflix or maybe, I don't know the next Blu-ray standard and how they're going to work that into 8K, but there's a possibility the drive would be able to read those discs, and those could be put in
We'll
there.
all be subscribed to the Disney service by then.
Well, what's funny is the great thing about 8K when it does finally happen, is that
No anti-aliasing.
yeah, pretty much. Like there's not just going to be a clarity jump in resolution. What a lot of people don't realize, well, they probably do, but maybe not, is that aliasing filters actually muddy the image also.
Mm-hmm.
So the elimination of aliasing filters plus 8K is really going to be a nice jump when it finally does happen.
Yeah, all the post-processing stuff will be developer chosen rather than a necessity. Yeah. Which is cool.
Oh yeah.
So what was the topic?
There is no topic.
it was just
going
we-
down a
Well, we're
free
talking
fall.
about Anaconda, so that's
yeah,
E3.
yeah. Okay, yeah, that works. Yeah, I was just wondering. Like, I'm not sure if we diverged too much, but that
Are
works.
they going to have a video like where they had the people?
I think they'll show
like,
off.
it's a monster.
I think they'll show off a couple screens, but a couple short videos of next gen graphics.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And
I don't think they'll
it's-
show what the console looks like. Do you?
No, I don't think they show
No.
the console off. They just show
They're like-
hey, look, this is.
It'll just
fucking
be
Halo-
specs and maybe
this is
a name.
Halo and Scarlet.
Yeah.
Like this.
I
is-
think the
You think they'll lose specs?
Yeah, they'll definitely do. specs.
Yes, or
100%.
enough to be close to what they revealed for PS5.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt if they actually.
We'll get
I
teraflops.
wouldn't doubt if the console literally just looked like the One X.
Yeah, because it's a good design.
It's
so-
probably just going to be a square. It's probably going to be exactly the same as everything else. It might get a bit smaller, but I don't think they're really going to have a radical.
I think.
Like, I don't think you're going to get layers or something.
Well,
don't expect-
the
I don't expect a ton of specs. I really do think they'll end up repeating what they did with the One X, and actually just have like Digital
Right.
Foundry come hang out and they can go over specs. Like I could totally see them doing that approach, and they're just giving out some, like you said, PS5 level of detail for specs.
Right.
And then
You'll
they'll
get
just,
like teraflops, maybe.
maybe like, hey, we're gonna have 15 teraflops, and everybody's gonna go.
They'll
"Oh
want
my
to be able to
God."
brag what Stadia.
Yeah, they'll
Pop
want to
off
make it
about-
higher than whatever Stadia said.
We're also going to get a Xbox Game Pass on PC. They've already
Yep.
pretty much. No, they've already announced that they're going to be talking about it at E3. So. On
Yeah,
stage.
and people found some images showing that it looks like Game Pass Ultimate will also include Xbox Game Pass for PC. So
yeah, that sounds
my-
like it's definitely real. from what I
yeah,
read.
yeah. It looks like what's going to end up happening is there'll be, if you want to get it on PC, you'll be able to buy it just for PC, probably for like $10 a month or something. But if you already have Xbox Xbox Ultimate, Live Ultimate, or Game Pass Ultimate? I don't know what they call it now.
Yeah,
Maybe it's
something
just
like
The
yeah.
ultimate, like the ultimate pass is what I'm thinking is going to happen with
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Is it'll include the PC, but it's not. You're not going to be able to buy a year. It's just going to be something like a Netflix model where you could
15 a
only
month.
buy it 15 a month, and that's it. Because that way, you do get savings, but you can't really
Well,
beat
if you were
system.
in the alpha or the for what
Which the
yeah
preview.
yeah, people were able to combine them. That's what I did. So I have Game Pass Ultimate until like 2022 or something crazy
Wow.
like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, it'll include, I'm assuming, the PC Game Pass, regular Game Pass, and Gold. And I think eventually we're not even going to have Gold anymore, is my guess.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I honestly do think they get rid of the gold paywall for
Yeah.
multiplayer. I think that's happening this E3.
Yeah, that'd be
Either,
big.
well,
Oh, if that was the C3, that'd be.
see, my guess is it's going to be for the next E3, for when they really reveal the new consoles and all that. That's going to be their big moment, you know?
Well, I think Xbox Live will still have a price to it because I believe possibly xCloud's going to be attached to the service, so that's the way they're going to redefine themselves and be able to say we're going to charge. Because if Sony's charging, they're going to charge. In my opinion, they're not going to just cut the revenue stream out. I understand what you guys are saying. I just
I
can't
see where
it.
you're going. Yeah, I see where you're going, but I think what they'll do is replace Xbox Live with xCloud, essentially. That's what's going to be the value
Okay,
difference. You see
yeah,
what I mean? So it'll still be 15 a month for,
right,
for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate or whatever they call it, but it'll include xCloud, Game Pass, and PC Game Pass
right.
as the three things for
But
15 a month.
what if you just want? So basically, you're saying that possibly Xbox Live will be named XCloud.
Well,
It'll
it'll be merged over essentially, and
right.
but I don't see. I don't know if it'll work like that because people who are just paying for Xbox Live Gold are not going to keep it. That way, they could get XCloud. Maybe they'll get the option. So if they do make it free for people, let's say they make it free and they remove the paywall or whatever for Xbox
Multiplayer.
online gameplay multiplayer. Yeah, I think what they'll do is anyone who just has Xbox Live Gold, they'll move them to the XCloud subscription as like a free
You are
gimme
automatically
because
transferred
And
to
exactly,
for the
yeah.
rest of
And
your
a
subscription.
nice little thing for Microsoft if they were to do that is they'd no longer have to hear people say, "Yeah, but is that monthly active user people that pay or not?" Now it'd just be like, "It's just monthly active users now, bitch."
Mouse.
Mouse. Yeah, that's true.
Because they still catch a lot of flack over like free to play games being behind
Oh
a
yeah,
paywall.
I think that has to be
Yeah.
addressed. That has to be
So you
addressed.
think that's going to happen this year, this E3, Dustin?
With
That's your
them
big
setting
prediction?
up everything for the studio, like they're setting themselves up for next gen. They are prepping people to go, hey, look, this is our vision of next gen,
Mm-hmm.
and I think this would be the year to do it. Like you
Yeah.
get people, you convert people now that already have it. That way, when you get into next gen, you're not going, okay, guys, let's convert you. Let's set up a new console. Let's set up the you extend that over the course of 2 years because we have the rest of this year and next year. So you end up just getting people converted over.
Right.
And then first thing next year, it's like, hey, guess what? When you start up your new Xbox account, or if you buy the next Xbox, you're gonna have the ultimate exclusive whatever Game Pass. So you're gonna automatically have hundreds of games on your system, from the past library to the new consoles this gen. I mean, it's the smart play, I would say, for them to do
Yeah.
if they're gonna do it. Like you convert everybody over a long time and a long span versus trying to do everything.
I mean, that'd be a big announcement, man. That'd be really cool.
So what's going to be the name of the Xbox? Because I feel like they're going to have to separate themselves from Xbox One.
I'm gonna steal this from Steve Rules a while back. The new Xbox, and then it'll just be generations. So they'll call it Xbox Gen whatever.
They're just gonna copy Apple and just call it the new iPad, the new 3DS,
Exactly.
Xbox 2.
That's my guess.
But do you think they drop off the new eventually and just have this is Xbox? Like,
well, no, they'll just say now we introduced the new Xbox, and it'll just be called Xbox.
yeah, I could see it. But if they're gonna have two different SKUs, you're gonna have to have different names.
Mm-hmm. They'll call it the 1080p SKU
Infinity
and the
Line
4K
says,
Q.
Xbox Lite.
Xbox Plus. You heard it here first.
Xbox Victory.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, you went very British there, sir. I respect that. Is that for Steve?
I feel like they still might have like Xbox One name tied to it, just because of all the backwards
They very well
compatibility, all of the
I don't
the
know,
red tape
man,
they had to go
because
through, because they have to get approval from studios to make games back compat.
well, they won't lose if they keep calling it just X. As long as the name includes Xbox, everyone that's already on board is already good. Like we don't care, but the negative connotations of Xbox One because of how people are.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you there. It's just how people are. If once something negative is associated to a certain name, it's just
Yeah.
the way it is. I
Yeah,
kind of feel like they got to drop the one.
There's
they
also,
do because people think you can't.
People think you
use
can't
games.
even. Yeah, it's stupid, but that it's just what it is.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Dustin. Continue.
You guys think the next Xboxes will have the HDMI pass through,
yes,
the in?
I hope so.
Hope so.
Don't think so. I don't think so. In my opinion.
Abu.
I want it to be there because it doesn't cost much. It's like a small part of the motherboard.
It's a port.
And like I really do use it. It's something I use. But who knows? Like do you think we get at like media features? Just they don't talk about, right?
No, they'll save that for the Inside Xbox show that they'll probably do.
Oh, look, it's another media center released by Xbox, guys.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
Yeah, they'll steer clear from all that stuff. I think it's going to be strictly game focused E3 with xCloud information, consoles type stuff, and
PC.
all this.
Don't
How do you
forget
think
that.
they handle Xbox Live going into next gen? And
I
don't
think
mean payment. I mean like, so of course you couldn't talk to your 360 friends through your Xbox One. Not in the same chat. Do you think everything just stays like on the same OS level wise, where we're still
that's a great
Yes.
chatting on Xbox to Xbox, like as if it didn't
I
make a
do
difference?
because it's an app essentially
Yeah.
the way they set it up, on the current ones.
I do
Even
too.
though it's part of the front end.
But I've heard people
Yeah.
on PlayStation talk about how they're trying to figure out how to make PlayStation 5 games playable with PlayStation 4 gamers, and I'm like, I just hope it kind of just plays if y'all are playing the same fucking game.
I don't think Microsoft's going to be in that same situation. I think they probably already thought about that stuff.
I imagine it's gonna just
Yeah,
chat
they
will be
should have
party
learned
chat.
from
Yeah.
last gen. I really feel that you look at the contrast to last gen and you look at this gen, Xbox really has a good shot to redeem themselves.
I mean, that's why they went modular with voice chat, essentially, in the original Xbox One. Now, they made it part of the OS when they redesigned all that stuff, but I'm sure they made it in that way, assuming that chat app would be something they could just use for every Xbox that comes out as they move on. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I can't imagine they haven't thought about that.
I think they've probably been working on this next generation for a long time now.
Well, it already works with PC, so I think you're going to have no problems.
Silence.
Because the only thing I would it's just like the codecs. I wonder if they change the codec for voice chat or not, or if they just leave it the same.
Yeah,
I wonder if
question.
the operating system itself is going to see a change.
It'll be
Oh,
Windows
yeah.
10 OS. I mean, it'll
Windows
have
Core, they're calling it, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna look good
Game
in Game Core, yeah. But it's gonna look good in 4K because they have to update the UI elements and make it
Right. Because the X
yeah.
right now is in 1080p, even though it's a 4K device. The OS
Yeah.
is in 1080p.
Yeah, they might be able to mess around with some of the display set, like the display, so they can make it look like a newer system instead of having like the old OS. I mean, I know
Finally, having a CPU that doesn't suck balls is going to help.
Oh,
a lot
it's going to be
with
fantastic.
Not having a really bad CPU is always bad for user interface.
We're still using Jaguars for the next year and a half.
I
Like,
just want to be honest with
gosh.
people. Like,
I know, man. God damn it, Sega.
I've used PlayStations,
okay.
I've used Xbox, I've used Nintendos. They're all bad. There's not really a great, speedy, snappy UI. I mean, I still will turn on a PlayStation. That shit will fucking lag in the menus.
You know what? It did improve.
And don't get me wrong,
because they're multi-core devices.
The Xbox Game Store fucking crashes on me at least once a day.
Yeah,
It is
to quit
fucking
out.
terrible.
No, but
Yeah.
Dustin, because of having to use these Jaguar CPUs essentially, they had to really figure out multi-threading compared to if that didn't happen.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
forcing it. Yeah.
Right, right. And that actually helped PC gaming a lot, which is, using multi-threading as well on more like obviously higher advanced CPUs.
Yeah.
So, but in the process, I think it helped developers learn how to make the most use out of those all those cores, having 8 cores.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, honestly, PC gamers are
there's
going to
some
be
positive.
they're getting PC gamers are going to be getting a lot of benefits from it. Period, because
Big time.
they're ending up with 8 cores now from fucking Intel and AMD. So games will be, games have been working on Jaguar 8 cores for a long time,
Right.
and those games are going to get a big fucking boost.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge upgrade gameplay wise and what developers are able to do in their divisions. I think for everyone, and it'll extend all the way through PC for sure.
I wonder what they're going to use to explain the boost in CPU, because with GPUs it's all about flops. But flops aren't as impressive with CPUs.
Well, no,
GPUs
flops
don't do as many flops as GPUs.
Well, no,
So
flops
I'm wondering.
combine them.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if they're gonna. I wonder if there's gonna be some other marketing thing. Like some kind of. I guess you could use ducks again, but that's kind of a Sony thing.
Oh yeah, like the tech demo. Yeah, I know what you mean, like a benchmark or tech demo or something.
Do you think they'll do a tech demo on stage?
That's like I don't know, man.
This is the amount of rubber ducks you could do on Xbox One.
They can do that with
the amount of
hilarious.
rubber ducks you can do on an Anaconda.
Yeah, that's like old school emotion engine style like stuff.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Use rubber snakes instead of rubber duckies.
You know what's crazy though? At not this E3 obviously, but next E3, we may see another $5.99 moment.
Oh yeah, it could be
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there will also be a $3.99 moment at the same time, or maybe they'll go $2.99 and $4.99, and the PlayStation 5 will be $3.99.
Yeah, I think that's a good compromise.
And then you'll see a $3.99 screen with a white background. Looks like it was put together in 5 minutes.
Well, yeah, Microsoft's gonna go first, so
yeah,
PS5 will put.
Well,
their
we were
price
gonna
down.
put a VR device in it, but now that we saw Microsoft did that, jumped the price up. Fuck it, take it out.
That one was so obvious back in 2013. No, 20.
All the other slides that someone spent, an hour making each, were all pretty and nice, and there was like white slide, $3.99.
It's like once they heard it was $4.99 for the Xbox One, they were like, "We got it.
We can beat it.
We got this.
We got it."
Oh man!
And they put their only intern on it or something.
Yeah.
Hurry up! Bring up PowerPoint.
Oh man,
we're gonna sink the ship, bro.
So do you guys want to do the games? Like
oh, dude, I got my list.
Good stuff. Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear
I got my list. Okay. So these are all. Oh wait, I forgot about the last one, which is the global publishing. So, all right. So how about we start with 343 Industries? We know I assume 2 of the 14 games will be 343 Industries.
For sure.
So Halo Infinite and then a Halo mobile game. All right, moving on.
No, I think we may see some PC Master Chief Collection stuff.
Oh yeah, that and Reach probably. I think Reach will be.
Exactly.
They already said Reach would be on the floor in their when they demoed Reach. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like I feel like MCC is like you shouldn't really show that again. I think that's like weird to show it at like another.
I think so too.
But
so you think they're going to show that possibly at like the Inside Xbox show or something like that?
Yeah, I think that would make sense. I'd leave like the Infinite stuff, and then unless they have maybe another game on the side that they want to announce, and maybe like I don't know, like Spartan Strike.
I don't completely agree because I think they're gonna do another PC push on stage, and they're probably gonna talk about Steam a bit. I know that's kind of going off topic, but because bringing up Steam because now they said they have a commitment to it. Yeah. But I think Halo. It might not be. They might not like have a stage demo.
One sec, guys. I lost restream. I am so
Or
sorry.
something will come
Gabe
out
Dole
on
comes
What's
out.
stage.
weird
Yeah.
about that whole thing is,
Guys,
sorry,
I'm sorry.
and
The
I was,
last 30 seconds just disappeared. So,
what's crazy is
Oh no.
what happened.
The last 30 seconds.
But yeah, my Steam or Discord dropped.
Well, we weren't talking about anything all that important.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
like when you
know.
think of the whole
Did
the new
Tim
direct,
leave on purpose, or did you
Oh.
just
I
drop?
don't know what happened. He disappeared.
I
I
didn't
think
see
he
it.
dropped. Yeah, I think he
It's
dropped.
offline. I was saying was like when you look at Microsoft's new approach to how they see games or whatever, it said the PC stuff, right? Platform that was shocking. Like I never thought the
Are you
day
all
would
right,
come.
Eric? Are you all right?
Yeah.
You don't
He's
sound
really
all right.
sad.
You sound like someone. It sounds like we got you at gunpoint to go on this.
No, I didn't. Sorry, no. I was saying that I was just
Read the lines, Eric.
I was just stunned. Okay, I'll put it this way: I'm stunned, right? That
Yeah.
Microsoft decided to go that route. Like they're like, we're gonna put our games on Steam too, because they just like they said like we got the Xbox at the same time. They're like we have the Ultimate Game Pass. We'll have the PC will be included in it, right? I was like, oh snap, that's a big deal. And it's just a weird thing. Like you're trying to grow your platform, right? And you're still putting games on said platform. You see, that's something that's just weird to me.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It seems like they're kind of undermining their own operation there with
Super
the Windows
weird.
Store. But I
Yeah.
guess because they're pushed for everything, it's like they kind of want to do everything anyway. So I guess in that perspective, they want to spread out no matter what. So
Like I think Epic had a better like the way Epic was going with it. I thought Microsoft was going to react in oh, we're going to follow Epic and try to get some people. They were like, no, we're not. That's how this competition's going now. They're like, we're not going to do what Epic's doing. It's like Microsoft is
Well,
like
they're using
defending
PC
Valve.
Game Pass to
If
bring
you notice
people
that,
over.
it's like Microsoft is defending Valve. It's super weird. It's
Well,
super. It's
I think they have a
weird.
plan, Eric. I think what their plan is to release the PC Game Pass, and they're hoping that that's what's going to bring people to the Xbox store, the Microsoft store. Instead of trying to be the bad guy and locking content away from other stores.
we got Mr. Steph in the room. What's up, Steph?
He's back.
Okay.
His mic is not online right now, so we'll give him a couple
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
So, do we want to move on to the next developer,
Yeah.
Well,
or do we want to
for
talk more about 343?
Do you
Well,
think
I
there
gu-
could be any curveballs from 343? A different project?
yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
RPG?
Imagine
No,
a Halo.
what about
RPG.
what about some kind of walking simulator?
Microsoft has two of the best RPG studios out there now with
Yeah.
Obsidian and in Exile. They have good studios for that stuff, and now with Playground Games building their RPG studio as well. Like you never know, maybe
you
they'll
think-
go that direction.
Do you think the initiative would help these studios make more than one project at a time? Since the initiative is kind of supposed to be like helping them work on the projects all together.
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, that's
Yeah.
all up in the air. But
Yeah.
yeah, I could see maybe with 343 they work with an outside developer, kind of like what they did with the Halo Wars 2,
Yeah.
and we get an RPG. I mean, we haven't seen that yet, or a third-person game, or I don't know, a Destiny clone, or
Real quick.
we,
I'm sorry.
I'd like to see them do their
Yes,
own
one
game.
moment. Steph, you there? I saw
I
his
heard-
mic pop on.
yeah, I
That's
heard
why I
for a
was
second.
gonna
Yeah,
ask
me
him.
too.
And then we got Tim Dog back.
yay! He never left.
I would like to see 343 have their own game that isn't
New
something
IP?
they picked up from another developer. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But I agree with Brenda. I think they should be. I feel like they have to show at least one other project because they're a huge studio. So you would think that besides Infinite, they're working on maybe other little side projects or something.
Well, I think Master Chief Collection's taken that amount. Those developers is my guess.
Yeah, they should think
So-
like the Reach stuff.
Exactly. Well, Reach we know is being developed by Ruffian.
Yeah, that's interesting because they did the original Halo 4. I think that they handled for the MCC, or is it Halo 3?
It was either 3 or 4. I'm not sure. But so Ruffian's working on that. So I mean, any Master Chief Collection work that's going to go on in the future will be mainly PC stuff. And I don't know how big that team has to be, but all the work they've put in onto Master Chief Collection over the last year or so has probably stopped them from putting that time into other projects. So I don't know if they'll have anything to announce, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do announce something a year from now.
Are we doing studios by studios now?
Yeah, we're talking about 343s right now.
So what do you think, Tim, about the 343 stuff?
Master Chief. I mean, if they count that, I mean, I'm assuming that they're gonna have some fluff in this,
Yeah.
like we talked pre-show.
Mhm.
So yeah, Master Chief, Halo Infinite for them. That's 2.
Yeah. So we will move on to the next studio.
Yeah, sure.
All right, Compulsion Games, the developers of We Happy Few.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
Do we see them showing up at all? I think it'd be really shitty if we get We Happy Few DLC announced, and that
Yes.
counts as one of the 14.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am not going to put it past them because this is Microsoft. We've seen this kind of thing. So,
Right.
but I'm sure it's too early for them to announce anything else because they are a pretty small studio.
I mean, unless they pull off another like contrast style, like very small, like game, like another period piece style. I mean, they can maybe tease something like that, maybe a conceptual trailer or something like that, if they want to go that route.
How big are they now? They were like 40 people when they were purchased.
I thought they're like 60 something or
Yeah, they grew very, very little. They're one of the studios that didn't grow exponentially like the other guys.
Uh-huh.
So they kind of kept it. They kind of kept,
40 to 60 is a pretty big growth, though, if that's what they did grow. That's 50%.
Well, I know
so.
they were hiring for select jobs, but it wasn't like with Rare and Playground where you have this massive.
Right.
It was kind of like, if you want, join it. But I don't think that they were really looking to expand as much as the other ones. I think they're working on one project, possibly, or the DLC at the current moment.
Well, currently on their website it says they're 40 people, but
40,
they may have grown since then.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, that's interesting though. I do wonder what presence they'll have there. Maybe they'll just be like, we're Compulsion Games. We're working on the DLC for what do you call it? We Happy Few, but we also have something coming up. We want to share this with you, and maybe it's like a concept trailer or something. That would kind of work for me.
Maybe
I don't know if Phil set himself up with this because part of me thinks that they're definitely going to have a lot of first party, and it's definitely a step in the right direction. But I just feel like it's a year too early, where we're going to be wowed. I don't feel like we're going to. I feel like we're going to come out of it happy, but we're not going to be come out of it like mind blown.
Right. 14's not a hard number to hit.
Wait, come on, man. Come on. I want to hear you say you're disappointing me. I want to
sounds
see
like
you
damage
say,
controlling to me. Or...
Take the L. I want to hear you say that. So don't disappoint me.
It's still going to be a great show, but I just feel like next year
Listen,
is
Phil
really...
the God Spencer came out there and on Twitter and said, "Look, we going in." He said that before. He said
we're
that the
going
minute
big.
he heard. Yeah, he said that before when he heard something. He's like, "They're not going to be at E3." What? he was
well,
like,
that means all the
stunned,
third parties are going to show at Xbox, though. That's
and they
more.
get to show it on the
To me,
X too. So he got time
he
to
better
take
show
shots.
Fable. He better show Fable. That's
Well,
it.
we're going
Hide
through.
the Fable
We'll get to it.
better,
We're
son.
going through the list of. We're going through
Right.
the list of stuff, Tim.
Yeah.
So we're at Compulsion Games right now. Does anyone expect anything from them?
No, I'm saying a no.
I think they're going to be another studio like an Ori studio where they work on smaller projects. I don't expect anything.
I expect to see a game from them. I expect to see their next title, like maybe a CGI. No, I don't even know if it's CGI, but just.
So you think we will see something
Yes,
announced
I think
from
Compulsion shows off a AA game. Like I think that's what they show off.
Like a concept trailer?
Yeah,
because they haven't had time to work on anything other than We Happy Few DLC. Because they have that We Happy Few game. What was it? The season
CG
pass
thing. I think you're gonna see like just this is where our studio's headed, but not. I think they give an update on every studio during this
That would be
conference.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And
I
I
can see
don't
maybe
mean
an update on them.
like, oh, they're going to be showing like these long No, just
Well,
an
why
update.
would they
Hey,
have
we have these
14
studios. Let's show you what's going on. And then they just take you studio to studio.
No, I don't
Yeah,
think they're gonna do that though. I think they're gonna show
that'd be
like an
cool.
actual
Yeah,
trailer
but
of a game. I know
but
people
how
can't
cool
wait.
would it be if they did that kind of thing, went through all their studios, did little short snippets about what they're working
And then
on,
they announce a
and
new
then
studio.
announce new studios?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Are they going to announce a new studio? I'm thinking one's going to be there.
I'm
Turn
gonna
11.
I'm
Calling
gonna
it.
say 3.
Oh man.
Now, is that
I'm
3
going with 3.
is that 3 with some prior, with some
No, no,
maybe
that's no
some
prior knowledge.
inside?
That's just what I think it's gonna be 3. That's my guess.
Well,
There's 3 new ones, not 3 rumored that have been around.
Well, they could be rumored or they could be brand new that we had no clue. But my guess, I'm gonna guess 3.
I know this is random, guys,
They've been so
but
quiet.
you know what's really ridiculous? I gotta say it doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Hmm.
Like during E3, as we get closer and closer, like Sony's coming out here, like they started it. You know, they came out here, they said we're making a PlayStation 5. That was super weird already,
Mhm.
because why you announced the PlayStation 5 and you ain't gonna be at E3? You know, I
Damage
knew that
controlling.
already.
Because they
That
knew
was
what Microsoft
suspicious.
was gonna do, and they
Yeah, you
wanted
know,
to jump
that
ahead of
was
it.
very, very suspicious.
Yeah.
So now, as we go to E3, it gets even worse. Like AMD
This-
comes out, and they like,
Yep.
we got this new Zen CPU. It's
Yeah.
awesome. You know, it's just so weird. You know.
Yeah.
Well,
So anything
I
else
mean,
on? I'm sorry.
no, I just to talk about what we were just talking about. I think if they had the most powerful console, they actually might be at E3. I think
Exactly. Yeah.
I think that being that they didn't have it, that's why they did it the way they did it. I do think they know they're not going to be as powerful as Anaconda, just strictly because
Yeah.
of the pricing. You know what I mean?
So you're saying they could be worried about side by side comparisons hurting them, or something
Right.
Like that.
Right. They wanted to put it out there and get people's fresh 8K attached to PS5 and not Xbox, and actually it has worked.
So do we want to move on from Compulsion?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'll just say, yeah. I'll say that they're gonna have a teaser of their next game. That's all I'll say. I think they
So
will.
are we going to count it, Vern, or not? You got to be. We have to have some type of
I'm
judge
not
here.
like. Well, if I'm keeping count, I am at 2 games right now, and that is Master Chief Collection and Halo Infinite.
All right, how many guys?
I don't think.
We've only been through 2 studios, damn it.
Yeah.
Yes, you're saying that there's going to be, they're going to be there. Dustin's saying they're going to be there.
Well,
So
let's
if
just
we
all
have-
keep track, and we can see what we come up with. But personally, I don't see anything coming from Compulsion.
They could be there. It could be. I think it's just going to be, hey, they're going to have someone
Inside
come out on
Xbox.
stage and be like, No, I think it's going to be on the E3 stage. That they'll have someone come out and say, we're Compulsion Game Studios. We're part of Microsoft Studios. We're working on projects. Hope to see you in the future.
Yeah.
There you go. Nothing crazy. No new game announcements. Just hey, we're we're in this studio working on stuff. Hope to see you guys in the future.
Yep.
So the next studio, I think we will see some stuff from. And that is In Exile.
Interesting one.
Yes, 100%.
But do we see it for both console and PC, or do you think they just do a PC push with them?
I think it'll just be both, because we know we're going to see Wasteland 3. That's something they've been talking about, and what's his name? Brian Fargo is his name. Yeah. He also said that a Wasteland remaster was in the works as well, the original Wasteland. So that could be 2 games right there.
Yep, that's cool.
I think Microsoft is trying to step extremely lightly with the PC stuff too. I don't think they want to come off at all with one being more restricted than the other as far as any of their gaming projects. It's all going to be, you don't have to ask. This is going to be on both. Don't.
So you think Age of Empires Xbox?
That's global publishing.
I wish. I hope so. I don't see why not. Halo Wars 2 worked good.
I just want to throw it out there. Like I bought my first first time keyboard and mouse only Xbox game, Surviving Mars. I would never play that with a controller. I haven't really dug too deep into it, but yeah, it totally supports keyboard and mouse, and that's how I plan on playing it. I know Jason's been playing it on PC. So.
I'm playing it right now.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a problem.
So something like Age of Empire, stuff like that, it really
Well,
opens up the catalog to be.
It's jumping ahead to global publishing, but
Yeah.
I could see them releasing an Age of Empires collection for Xbox,
Yeah, with
and
like,
then to ramp up, hype for the new Age of Empires when it comes out.
Well, go over the games that NXile have made recently. got
Wasteland 2, Bard's Tale 3, I believe.
Yeah.
And then those were the most recent ones. They made a really bad 360 game way back in the day.
So that's
I
what we're
can't-
getting a sequel to. All right.
I
Okay.
can't think. It's like Hunter or oh man, what's the name of this game?
Haunted the Reckoning? No.
Hunted the Demon's Forge.
Oh, wow.
And they also did Torment: Tides of Numenera, which was
Yeah.
really good.
I was going to mention that.
They've
And-
also grown. They've grown pretty nice.
Yeah.
They've added. Yeah, they've grown.
Yes. Well, they have two studios. They have one on the West Coast, and they have another one in New Orleans.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's like a bonus studio almost, like an extra one.
And from what we know, the New Orleans studio has been working on Xbox, the console versions of Bard's Tale 4. Bard's Tale 4, that's the one, not 3. So they will be free to start making new games soon enough. But
Do you think Bard's Tale would be only ported
no, that's
to
all. It's all consoles.
all consoles? Okay.
Yeah. Bard's Tale 4 has been. It's going to come to PS4 and Xbox One. I doubt it'll come.
None of development.
Yeah, but that's in development. That won't be long because it's already been released on PC for a while. So that may be like an available now thing for all we know at this point. And then we do know that they are working on at least one other project that hasn't been announced in Exile, because they have when I believe when Matt Booty was talking about them, he made a comment about something else they're working on.
It'd be funny if they're the ones working on the next Fable.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Hey, you never know. I mean, you got Obsidian and in Exile, and you got a Fable game. I mean, that could work for sure. But who knows?
Yeah, the cool thing is that there's so many Microsoft properties that you can just have these studios focus on. You don't have to have because like the Initiative, for example, I know this is jumping ahead, but they're like you can make them do like a Perfect Dark instead of them having to like mess around, like fiddle around and see what the hell they're gonna do next. Because it seems like the hardest part is just starting a project. So
I mean, we can jump to the Initiative if you want. If y'all are all done talking about Exile.
Well, how many do they have? Is it exactly have 2 or 1? I think they're definitely
2. The Wasteland Remaster and Wasteland 3.
I think they'll have Wasteland 3, and I think they're gonna maybe slight preview of the newer game, but that might be optimistic. Yeah, that might be optimistic, but I'm gonna say they're gonna tease a newer game.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I don't know if anybody else wants to chime in on that one.
I'm thinking Wasteland 3 and possibly Bard's 4, or I think it's going to have 2. I think it's pretty safe to say they're going to have 2 of their projects. So we're at 3 right now. Or what are we at? What are we at? 4?
4.
We could have up to 4. Oh, you talking 4 total across the board?
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah, we're around 4 right now for most people. So the next studio then is Mojang, and we know they're working on Minecraft, so that's one right there. Boom, easy.
Yeah.
Well, they got that sweet 4K update that they promised.
Excuse me, sir. Super duper.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Super duper.
If the super duper graphics pack is not at E3, I'm not available now, I'm gonna be very upset.
Revolt.
I feel like that would be one of their like available right now moments.
Yeah,
It really
Available
is. The
in
shadow
3
drop.
months.
Well, I actually saw the super duper pack, and let me tell you, it was impressive.
I've played Minecraft in 4K. With
Tim was like, I was
512.
there 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I've played Minecraft 4K 512 times. Textures, man. It can look pretty good.
Well, actually, the super duper pack was focusing on the trailer that the thing that we saw, the insider thing.
Yeah.
It was at FanFest. They showed gears and they showed this. It was actually more focused on lighting and how the lighting was bouncing off the blocks, and it was really cool. I do think it's still in development. I do think that they're just refining it. I do think it's possible that it has ray tracing involved. So I'm going to say that that's what it's going to be. The Super Duper Pack is going to be what they show. So that's my.
We're not going to include that in one of the games.
No, that is one of the games for sure.
Yeah, one of the games.
Yeah, we're gonna see Minecraft on stage, which means that's yeah.
Would it be Dungeons though? Because Dungeons was.
Oh yeah, they'll probably show off Dungeons.
Yeah, that might be a big one.
You kind of got to, man. It's only the game that sold like 170 million copies.
Yes, there are many Minecraft fans. It has its own convention, so
you kind of got to sell it. Even if you're kind of like, man, it's Minecraft again.
Even if you have no update, when you become the #1 selling game of all time, you literally
look
have to come
when you spend $2 billion.
Oh, dude!
When you spend $2 billion,
they may show 2 games. They may show Minecraft Earth. I really hope they don't show Minecraft Earth.
No, I think they did that already.
I hope so. I hope so.
You never know, man.
They're gonna spend 20 minutes walking around the stage. It's like, we're gonna add a building here.
If you're watching on stream, you can see this building the whole time.
Oh, and that's not a penis. I hope that wasn't on video.
Now we're gonna open it up to the community to put stuff on the stage. Yeah. I really hope 4chan doesn't come in.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking Pepe's everywhere.
But yeah, so that's not the most interesting developer to talk about. The next developer, though, is an interesting one, and that's Ninja Theory. So, do we see a new IP from Ninja Theory being announced?
Definitely.
Yes.
Yes,
I think so too. And do we think it's going to be that multiplayer game that they were working on a long time ago that they canceled because they didn't have the funding for it?
Yes.
No idea.
Bleeding Edge is the name that's been coming up a lot.
Yeah, I think it's that. They'll show that.
That'd be pretty hype.
All right, it looks like Kris lost power in the storm. He was.
That sucks. Sorry to see you go, Kris.
Every time we do one of these podcasts, man.
Well, he's in the middle of a storm, so.
I think nature hates us, or God.
There he just dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Steph?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man?
Why do we keep losing people and gaining people? It's just a roller coaster of emotions.
It's just a rolling family.
Just say what's up, man. I'm out here in Florida. I'm on vacation right now, man. I want to shout out all the old members. And
what's up, Steph?
What's good? What's good? I just want to say I appreciate all y'all for bringing me on. And I've been having a hell of a year and then some. And yeah, man.
You have to teach us how to play Monster Hunter.
Man, bro, look, Monster Hunter, its time might be done. Dauntless is out now.
I've been playing Dauntless, man.
Yeah, so that's actually the game right now. But have you guys talked about Call of Duty already? Did I already miss that?
No.
There's so much stuff to talk about.
We've just been doing E3 predictions, going studio by studio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I want to drop this nugget real quick before I hop off of here because I don't want to get murdered by my wife while I'm in the car podcasting on vacation. I just want to say, Call of Duty crossplay. I told you, motherfuckers. Everybody gonna do it, and you're gonna have to eat sand when I get online and shoot you in the face. And Initiative, Perfect Dark, 343, 2 games, and yeah, I think that's it, man. I'll be in the chat.
See you later.
So I'll hop in. I might say some stuff in the chat, but I'll let y'all.
All right.
No, Steph.
Thanks,
Steph. Enjoy your vacation, man.
Good.
Yeah, enjoy.
Drive safely, sir.
So back to Ninja Theory. Does everyone?
So told them to watch out for rogue weather storms and stuff because we can't seem to get away from them.
Oh.
Yeah, man. It's been crazy in New York and the upper northeast, you know?
Yeah.
They're weird. But yeah, Ninja Theory is interesting. A lot of the speculation is that it's like a multiplayer only or kind of an ish game, but I don't know, man. I hope it's not that, but it just seems like weird timing to put that game out. Like, you know, like as soon as they're part of Microsoft.
Well, it's a game they've been working on already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the last couple of years.
Yeah.
The last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, just a perception, Sorry, Tim.
Yeah, no, but I think that everyone knows they're working on 2 games, and the reality is that they have been working on this for a long time. Yeah, you'll have people say that they were forced into this, but I don't think that's the case. Obviously, I think everyone you know what the deal is, and I do think you're going to see Bleeding Edge, and I think it's going to be pretty good.
I think so too. It's probably going to be one of the best looking games, because that studio knows how to make good looking games. So,
oh yeah,
I wouldn't worry about this whole like single player versus multiplayer dumb controversy, because no matter what, as much as people want to sit there and go, man, single player, fuck all the, all people care about, but it's like, there's a reason multiplayer is still way more popular.
Well, the perception though would be that Microsoft's making them do a multiplayer game for Game Pass. That way they can do microtransactions or whatnot. But that's just not the case. But this is a game that's been in development for a long time. So
don't they realize people only want to play single player games? Damn it!
I play mostly multiplayer games, and I think most
people
of y'all do too. So
that's
that's why we're Xbox gamers.
I mean, it's about being social. Like Xbox is.
A lot of people that play on PlayStation play. Most people on PlayStation play.
Yeah, they do, but PlayStation for
games.
the longest time focused on single player. Then third parties filled their multiplayer niche.
Yep.
While Xbox is, without a doubt, picked up the fucking mantle and been the multiplayer platform. When you look at what the success of Gears of War, Halo, Forza, all of it, it's multiplayer focused. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy just how far they get in.
Wait, we have a stealth dad.
I know. I'm trying to. I'm adding some stuff in here to get him speaking privileges.
Mr. Dad.
Right. He should be able to chat. He just needs to hook up a mic.
He's showing mute. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say he just needs to get with the program.
Yeah.
Tim's mic's gone too. I'm sorry.
How do we feel about Ninja Theory? Anything else to discuss?
I think you're going to see their second game.
Yeah.
In 2020.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
For
like
launch.
after seeing what they could do with mocap and all that stuff.
And now that they have money and they're twice the size, probably.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they could do in the future, no matter what it is.
Yeah, they're gonna be awesome. Okay, so next studio, Obsidian.
Dad?
Yeah. Hello. Is this thing on?
So, Dad, quick question: how's the house food line going? What's the shopping like?
I'm actually at work. The guy called out, so they called me at work. So I got my Bluetooth headphone.
You work at Food Line?
You sound a little bit better than Eric, but
not by much.
Not by much.
What's up, Dad? How you been, man?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for coming by, man. It's always greatly appreciated. And so, what do you think about E3? What's Nintendo going to show? what's Microsoft going to show? What are you thinking for the 14 games?
Tell us all 14 now.
All 14.
Run
it down.
No,
all
please
14
don't.
of them? All right.
Please
Number one.
don't.
I don't know. They got that one that's like $200.
$200.
Yeah, they got the GameStop. They got the one that's like 200. Are you talking about the GameStop leak, or are you talking about Microsoft saying?
No.
What is happening?
Dad's getting senile.
Yeah, I've been out for cigarettes for too long.
There's a GameStop leak that just popped up, actually.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Has added over 20 unknown PS4 and X1 game SKUs to their system. So,
yeah.
And there's one for $200.
Oh my god! Now it all makes sense.
Yeah, and I guess the $200 one is listed for Switch, PS4, and Xbox.
Wow.
Wait, was it
still Battalion 4? Or?
Oh, that could be that one. Yeah. Or Metal Gear.
Oh gosh.
hey man, I'm just saying, if they released a Still Battalion controller for Switch, that'd be pretty awesome.
That'd be epic, man.
I hope it works with Labo VR. That's all.
Yeah.
You gotta hit all 20 Yeah, all 55 buttons while you're in the
You know
VR.
what? That feels more fitting than anything else for fucking Steel Battalion to end up on Switch
Yeah.
in Labo. Because
Oh, gosh.
they
Next one
went
was
full
pretty good.
Connect. Now, no, why not go full Switch?
Great idea.
Yeah. So what
No,
were you?
but the
Yeah.
for Xbox,
Yeah. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, what do they got? They got Battletoads last year at E3 said 2019.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
So
that's
hopefully,
available now.
Oh,
yeah,
that'd be awesome.
yeah, that or Tunic available now.
Oh, that's right.
Well, Tunic's
But that-
ID at Xbox.
Yeah, maybe they'll have a Summer of Arcade. Maybe they'll bring that back. And have
Yeah.
Battletoads, Tunic.
Yeah. That's a really good. Yeah.
I
Cuphead
don't know.
DLC might be part of it with a Cuphead
Cuphead
like
DLC,
definitive
yeah.
edition.
That'd be awesome. That'd be a great idea.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to the list of studios.
Yeah, let's go back. We were talking. Our next studio is Obsidian, so we know what they're working on right now, and that's Outer Worlds. And I assume that's going to be at the conference.
I
think-
think there's a possibility that these things are at FanFest and not at the conference, which would not
Really?
include the 14 games. Yeah, like something that's already been released, like Outer Worlds. Like
Yeah, but they're going to go
totally-
big on Outer Worlds, man.
Yeah, I mean, but
There's no way that's not going to be on stage.
I'm just saying the Minecraft AR stuff totally
Oh,
could
yeah.
be
Off the
pre-show,
side, yeah.
offside thing where they don't have to talk about it. Even though,
But
this
I
is
think
gonna be the
Outer
last
Worlds was
E3.
confirmed for the stage at least.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think Outer Worlds is going to be there, and then they have an unannounced project that I don't think is going to be there. I'm just going to say they're going to have Outer
2020,
Worlds. Yeah, 2020.
Yeah. Now, this is
They got
my
2 hours. They might as well show it.
this is what I'm thinking is going to happen with Outer. That's true. That's true. This is what I think is going to happen with Outer Worlds, though. My guess is that it's Game Pass Day 1.
yeah.
That's what they'll announce.
Yeah, agreed.
Did we have the food Game Pass yet?
Yep, it is.
Is that a crossplay? Was that announced or no?
Crossplay for what?
Windows 10, was it a crossplay?
Oh, is it Play Anywhere? Outer
Yeah.
Worlds? All we know
No.
for Outer Worlds is that it's going to be a Epic Games store exclusive for a little while. Timed.
Yeah, because isn't Ashen
Right.
was Play Anywhere, but not until the Epic Games Store thing.
Well, Ashen is still going to be Play Anywhere. It's just
Right.
6 months after release, it'll be Play Anywhere. And I'm guessing that's what's going to happen with Outer Worlds as well.
I think they're going to end the show games with Funko Years Pop.
Yes.
Good idea. Good idea. Good idea.
One last thing.
Boom. Yeah.
One last thing.
Everyone in the audience, look at your seat. You got a pop.
Every game gets a pop, by the way. So there's
I hope
actually,
so.
It's actually 14 pop games.
yeah, it's actually only on Android.
Got
Yeah,
Halo
like
Pop.
Wasteland Pop.
We Happy Few Pop. Wasteland Pop.
Fallout 76 Pop.
I wouldn't put it
Yeah.
past them.
Yeah. So, back to Obsidian, though. We know Outer Worlds. If they do announce something else, what do we think it's going to be? An original IP or a possible old IP?
I'm
I'm going to say original.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say they're gonna. Well, they already announced the Pillars of Eternity, right? The 2, the Deadfire.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that would be the one, but yeah, that's a hard one, man. I'll say original IP then. If it's not Pillars, because Pillars is kind of a big deal too, even though it wasn't, like,
Right. I do think it would be too early for a sequel.
yeah.
So we're now at 7 of the 14.
Okay.
Knights of the Old Republic 2 remake.
Exclusive.
Only the second one. Yeah, they're not going to touch the first.
Launch console exclusive.
Love that.
This is easy. Go on, next.
So next, do we want to go on to our next one?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say 7 is a good number. And
All right, next one. Playground Games.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Fable.
Do we see Fable, or do we see possibly a new IP instead?
Fable.
Well, you're gonna see Forza Horizon. You're gonna see the DLC.
That's right.
Yep.
You're right.
They haven't
Lego
released-
DLC.
They haven't announced another expansion pack yet, so most definitely an expansion pack.
Well, it'll be Lego DLC because the who was it, Clobriel, when he
Yeah.
made that tweet. If you look at the first
Yeah.
letter of each line, it spells out Lego.
Lego.
So
I'm glad we have
Lego
detectives
my
on this
Eggo.
podcast.
Also,
No,
Thanks.
but that's something I had heard too. So that's.
do
I
you
mean,
think
I
we
wouldn't have
see
done that, but
Motorsport? Do you think we get
no,
a hit just for
Nope.
Motorsport 2020?
no motorsport.
No, I think we're gonna
no.
see.
I think they don't even mention it.
Turn
think-
10's shut out.
I think we'll see Forza. I think we'll see Dan Greenawalt.
I
But I think
think-
it's going to be an announcement of a community-driven Forza.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It's going to be an announcement of we're developing this game. It's not coming out this year. We want all of you to be involved. This is what our plans are.
Yeah.
Like
They're
they have
not going to announce it, so it won't be one of the 14.
You
Right,
know, no, I think
well-
they'll announce. I think you'll get a name. I don't.
Well, they could tie it into Anaconda and actually.
That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe Motorsport is the game they. Well, I mean, car games are always
think
the game
they're-
to show off. Like, you think they just purely show off Forza Motorsport running on Anaconda to end the
think
show?
they're trying to make
Possible.
Forza into a service game.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. They're gonna just constantly update it and just like
They're going to
Like,
get rid of the whole iteration every 2 years, and it's gonna
And it'll be every 3 years for Horizon.
yeah.
yeah, that would work because the studio doesn't have to like crunch for the next Forza
Motorsport
game.
doesn't need iterations anymore. It needs a great base
Mm-hmm.
and the ability to keep adding cars and tracks. It's all it needs. Because with that game, it's not like you're trying to get to a different area every game or something.
So
So
it'll be like a live game, like Anthem, something like that.
I hope not, man.
so you're saying I'll get in my car, I'll drive out of Nürburgring, beat this huge open world. No,
But back to Playground. Do we see 2 games from them?
one game.
I think you're gonna have to see 2 games from them because we've went through all this Obsidian
I think so, too.
2020, and I think that's going to be the big heavy hitter. So I'm going to say Fable is going to be there.
I don't think you can count a Forza Horizon expansion as a game, though. I don't think that
It
counts.
is. Well, he said games on stage, So,
So, yeah, I'm going to say 2. As for
yeah.
Fable.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the expansion. Yeah, hard to say if they'll count, but
So now we're at
definitely-
what, 9?
Yes.
Yeah,
Starting to get mighty disappointing in here. No, might as well not even watch it now, guys. Fuck it. Back it up.
So do you guys think they'll end on a Fable?
Yes.
Yes.
That'd be ideal.
Wait, and the
One thing
conference
more.
table?
Yeah.
What was that, Dad?
I said they're gonna end. You think they're gonna end the conference on Fable?
Yes.
Fable Pop.
I think they end on Halo Infinite.
I think they
Hmm.
start on Halo Infinite.
The real
Interesting.
question
they
is
end
it
on
Pop Fable or
Battlefield.
Fable Pop?
I think they started on the Ninja Theory game.
Yeah, they Halo. I think Fable's the closer.
Yeah. I would love if they started with a Ninja Theory game and we don't know what the hell it is
Infinity
until
Labs
after.
says
Yeah.
start with Fable Pop. I'm good with this.
I wouldn't put it past them, man. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting how they order the show, like how they order all the reveals.
The
So that
original
should-
Stinky Pete says, "Serious question: what is with the Fable love? It's lighthearted. It's fun.
How old are you?
Good RPG mechanics. You got to kick a chicken.
That's all we got. Man.
I would say it's a strong IP that has the opportunity to be completely rebooted.
Yeah.
Which I think that's exactly what they're going to do, and they have a very very talented studio.
Uh oh.
Somebody doesn't agree. Someone's mad we're not talking about Cyberpop 2077. But yeah. I mean, the Fable games were the promise of the Fable games always seemed to outweigh what we ended up getting. until like the third one.
Hey, what do you think you'll be able to plant a seed in Fable, the new one, and have it grow?
And then
it'll grow into a tree.
It would be awesome if the opening cutscene was a child planting a seed.
You know what game this is that we're describing? It's called
What?
Minecraft. Okay.
Yeah, but I want a good game.
Shade was just thrown.
We didn't hear that.
Yeah, I didn't hear. But yeah, I mean, I mean, Fable is just cool because it's like it's an RPG and it's supposed to have a lot of like dynamic elements to it, which is what people kind of liked about it. Plus, you know, the humor, the British humor. So I think if it has those two things, then
Do we think the British humor will be back though, or do we think it's going to be a darker take on Fable, completely rebooted?
Don't DC it, okay? Just fucking make a lighthearted, fun RPG that people want to play.
Or it'll be a dark humor. That'd be good too.
It'll be like God of War. You're gonna have a son. You're gonna have to take him through the game, and then he'll be in the
What about if they go the John Wick route? What if you have a dog? And that way you can tie off the other games, and somebody shoots your dog.
Somebody kicks your dog.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I think to address Sneaky Pete, I think because Fable is kind of a different property for Microsoft outside of like Forza, Gears, and Halo, and so it covered that fantasy genre. Even if it might have not been like a great game, it still had like its own little niche that kind of served the Xbox audience at the time. I know you played it on the OG Xbox, Sneaky Pete, so maybe that's why. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. So that's why a lot of people also want that property back because they don't really have a whole lot of fantasy first-party games like that. You know, like.
Well, the rumor was that Playground Games was building a new studio to make an open-world RPG, and that Microsoft didn't bite on publishing it. All right. And then Microsoft, once they get the funding, goes ahead and purchases the studio and then puts them and transitions that game to Fable 4. But do we see maybe a possibility of Fable 4 not even happening and maybe they go back to the idea of that original IP?
I think they're going to take whatever the idea behind their original IP that was
and call it Fable.
And call it Fable. Yeah. And add the universe and elements to it.
I think that all this is wrong and they're bringing back Milo.
So I think we're going to get Playground Games.
I think you're going to be talking to a
Connect
boy on your TV and he's going to be on a swing.
We couldn't accept the greatness that is Milo. But I think Ralph
Cloud
Fulton
is
will
what
make
Milo needed. And that is, it's.
In retrospect, that Milo thing that's super creepy, right?
Yeah. Talk to a boy.
It's super creepy. Yeah.
I always wanted a simulator where I could talk to a little boy. Oh, wait, okay, never mind.
It's called having children.
Oh man.
Thanks, Dad.
Anytime.
Yeah, but this you can turn them off.
Good point. Yeah.
or you could go get cigarettes and come back.
Not everything can be seen.
But this one you can't send to go get a beer for you.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
okay, grandma, some cigarettes.
Yeah, but it just like Vern said. I mean, I think there's a slight possibility it might not be Fable, but I think it has to be Fable because otherwise it won't have that pop to it. You know, like that kind of.
And they opened a whole new studio for it, right? Then they even built them a new building.
Yeah,
I believe. Like they injected a ton of money into Playground. So yeah, they're it's definitely going to be a big RPG, whatever it is.
Stinky Pete's asked, so do you think it's going to be 2 games for Playground? I say yeah. I mean, you're definitely getting Forza Horizons DLC, and you're definitely getting whatever their next project is. So I'm pretty confident we'll see both of those titles.
I will say I will be super hyped if I go play Forza Horizon 4 and I get to drive around a giant Lego. And that the Legos mean that I can build my own world in Forza Horizon 4 with Legos.
So we're at 9 after. Yeah, we're actually at 9 after Playground then.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So we only got 6 more to go. So if we go on to the next studio, that would be Rare.
Oh man.
Battletoads, we know for sure.
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves is gonna.
We don't know for sure that that's going to be on stage though.
I think it'd be
because
pre-show, maybe.
Yeah, they did say that they wouldn't be going big at E3 this year for Sea of Thieves. So I think maybe it'll just be one from Rare, unless there's a second game we don't know about that gets really announced. But my guess is that won't happen until 2020.
Yeah, Rare. Yeah, I'm with that. Rare 2020. Like that's what we're gonna see their next big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll have their own thing for any new Sea of Thieves content. Like you don't need to put it on E3 stage.
Well, there was that rumor a long time ago that they were seeing a Perfect Dark reboot from an outside developer. So there's also that possibility as well.
Yeah, that's been lingering for a long time, that rumor.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if there's any truth to it, but I mean, that's an interesting one. Rare, I don't know if the Battletoads would be part of their thing or would it be part of Microsoft Global Publishing. Maybe it's the same thing, so because they're both involved. So, I think they're gonna show Battletoads, but they're probably not gonna have a release date for it. I'm guessing they might have pushed that one back because it's that team, the Lala Studios, was still building while they announced that game, so they were still hiring people. So that seems unlikely for 2019.
Battletoads on Nintendo Switch.
Oh, interesting. That might, that might work.
Someone say Nintendo Switch.
Said Battletoads on Nintendo Switch, Dad.
It could. I could see it end up there.
Yeah. That's perfect for the Switch, as the lingo goes.
Yeah. They should redo that GoldenEye game and have it be cross-platform play between Switch and Xbox One.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Awesome.
And PC.
All right, so we're at 10, and the next studio we're going to talk about will have multiple games too, and that's the Coalition.
Oh yeah.
I think they show.
Gears.
I mean, they're going to show Gears, but I don't think they show Gears the other two games. I think both.
You don't think Gears
games.
Tactics will show up?
It'll not be on the main stage.
Maybe it'll be at the PC Gamer Conference.
Yeah, I don't see it coming to the Xbox stage.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I think that
they announced the Xbox version.
Yeah, they might. I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough one because they might double dip and do PC and Xbox if they want to.
Mm-hmm.
But Gears Tactics that's a wild card there. I don't know. I don't know if they'll show that again. I mean, they might because they haven't really showed much of it, really, to be honest with you.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. It might be like sort of like the XCOM games where they came out on PC and then like 6 months later it came out on the console.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Gears Pop. Do you think they'll show that too?
No.
I don't even think they don't show. They can just be like, "Oh, it's out now."
If
Twitter account or whatever.
If Gears Pop gets 2 showings on an E3 stage, that's
something's wrong.
Problems.
Way too many showings.
Yeah.
1 was too many showings. 2,
I know the fact, and I know it was not intentional, but when they fucking showed Gears Pop, and then went to Gear, and freaked people the fuck out. That was fucking great.
Yeah, that was a good.
True. I think it was. Yeah, I think it was intentional. Wait, you said you think it wasn't intentional?
No, they've come out and said multiple times, it wasn't intentional. It just.
It wasn't?
Decided the order, and we just went with it.
No, it was intentional. They trolled us.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, I know that they trolled us. They talked about that at the panel, at the Xbox Fan Fest panel. They talked about that. They said that originally they were gonna do it completely reverse, but they said, "Wouldn't it be funny if we did it this way?"
Or they said they did it on purpose, and they really didn't. They just didn't take credit for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they did it on purpose though.
Okay, so it could be anywhere from 1 to 3 from the Coalition. Then.
I'm going to say 2.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 2, and I'm also going to say Rare.
I'm going to say 2 as well.
I'm going to say Rare is 2.
Oh, really? 2? Wait, what's the other one?
They might show their IP that they.
Well, then you only got one more game left, Tim, based on your.
Yeah, well.
Which is Ori 2.
I guess so.
Yeah. So, actually, I'm going to say 1. I'm going to go back. I'm going to agree with Dustin here.
I just think they have that whole pre-show. Gears Tactics works perfectly in a pre-show.
Very true.
Yeah,
and it's something you don't have to, because it's what do you do on stage with it? You go, hey guys, there's more clicking. It's.
Well,
they already showed the Blue Mac. You mentioned it in the pre-show. Let people know it's coming. And
you had me at clicking.
To fulfill what they're trying to do here. Would 3 games be enough, or like 3 big games like Fable, Bleeding Edge, and possibly a new rare IP?
And Gears 5 and Halo Infinite. Yeah.
Right. With what we know already, 3 surprises, and
I think 3. Surprises. Yeah, I think 2 or 3 surprises is enough.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Agreed.
As long as we get some studio announcements too.
Now,
But
when they say games on stage, does that count? Does that really count? Like, hey, a surprise announcement.
I think so.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I think so.
They've never not gone that approach.
I'm actually going to go to 1. I'm going to go back. Dustin's right. They'll probably Gears Tactic for them to count that many like this. So I'm going to go back to 1. So I have 2 left.
So just Gears 5 then.
Yeah,
I
I
think we'll
just
come to a
see a
consensus.
pre-show. You do Gears 5 Tactics, and you can even do Gears Pop if you want. Like, you can just have that as something that goes on during E3, the week of E3.
Yeah,
Just show up Gears Pop.
Yeah, because they do need to fill out that inside Xbox stuff too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So how big do you guys think the Gears reveal will be? It'll be
I
like
think
lots
it'll be
of cool
multiplayer.
stuff.
They did single player last
Huge.
time. You do multiplayer this time. Gears is one of the largest multiplayer games in the world. It is.
I think we see both.
Gigantic.
Yeah,
No, I think
definitely.
they hit single player, but they do an on stage.
Oh,
You see
yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a new single player story trailer, followed by a multiplayer playthrough.
Yeah, because half the audience for Gears is fucking people still playing multiplayer. It's insane.
Like all of Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has a giant audience. I mean, my cousin that Vern and I play with, and everybody plays with, he jumps on Gears every fucking night and plays Gears. Like that is a tight knit community.
Yeah, very competitive. It's a fun game still too. Like it's Gears is going to be interesting because it's like almost like a rebirth for it, even though they did 4. Because it's not like it hit all the the right notes. It was a good game.
Well,
almost
I mean, this is
great
picking up exactly where Gears 4 left off. So I'm excited for it. Like
giant robots at the beginning.
Yeah.
Badass.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how wide or narrow they go.
A lot of Microsoft properties are having quote rebirths, like between Halo Infinite and a
Gears.
Rebirth.
Yeah,
Gears.
Could we see any games that are already IP seeing a God of War rebirth?
Fable.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fable. I guess it'll be probably one.
Fable.
Yeah.
But God of War is weird though because it was like in canon, but like it was almost like a soft reboot. You know, it's like weird.
Yeah, it really is God of War 4.
Yeah,
they just called it God of War.
Because they did surprises was Crackdown. Because remember they made that into Crackdown 3 instead of just like Crackdown. That was another kind of swerve.
Honestly, Gears 5 looks like what God of War did essentially.
Yeah, it does.
It's become like a Naughty Dog game, you know?
Yeah. And it'll have the benefit of having 2 games per generation instead of like God of War is 1, you know?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be good.
All right, next studio, The Initiative. I see nothing coming out of them.
Nothing this year.
0.
Yeah, that's
zero.
Like
Well, maybe they'll mention it. Hey, we're hard at work.
Yeah, but you'll see that's 2020. They're gonna show that off as their big next Xbox Scarlet, not exclusive, but launch title will be whatever the initiative is working on.
I think 2020 is going to be a initiative teaser at best.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that studio's still built, like they're
like 20 or 30 people right now or something.
Yeah, and they're still building up their art department, so they haven't even probably concepted a whole lot. Maybe just site ideas and stuff, but
gameplay ideas, yeah.
But I do wonder, like, does Microsoft have them focus on an established IP, or they're just making a new game? What do you guys
They've
think?
said new IP, I believe.
Yeah. They're meant for new development, completely brand new IPs.
I mean, I can't think of a better team to pick up where Quantum Break left off. That's a viable IP still.
That IP's dead, sir.
I know.
IP's dead.
It is.
That's
Alan Wake, sadly.
Dude, we have multiple huge fans of that in this room right now. And dead.
Yeah.
I still believe Alan Wake will happen again someday.
Sorry, Dad. Did you say something?
Scalebound.
Scalebound?
Scalebound, yeah.
Oh man, that'd be funny.
For
Switch.
Come out for the Switch,
That'll
right?
be on the Switch, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That'll be at the Nintendo
with Microsoft
Direct.
Publishing.
Already got it pre-ordered.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'll send you my 45-digit friend code later.
Yeah. All right.
Do they just keep adding a digit every year?
Yeah. Yep. Every game you buy, there's a new digit added.
Oh shit.
So, yeah, I got the phone book. I'll just send it over.
So, Dad, were you saying something about the initiative? Like, what did you think they were gonna make?
Oh no, I just don't think they'll announce anything or show anything off this year.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement.
I mean, they don't really need to with everything else coming out.
Yeah, exactly.
And they'll I think Stink and Pete, or they'll tease something 2020. Their game's probably 2021, 2022.
Yeah,
for release.
All right, next studio, Turn 10, which we kind of discussed. I am saying nothing. I don't think Forza Motorsport will be there. I think they'll do like what Dustin talked about with the videos of all the studios.
Oh, you think that?
Yeah, okay. Like videos of all the studios, and they'll get to Turn 10 and they'll say, we're hard at work on our next big game, but we can't reveal anything about it.
I think they do a tease, but they don't do anything beyond that tease.
I don't think they show anything on stage, but I think they talk about what they're going to do.
That's a way to get around of it. Don't show it on stage.
Yeah. There won't be a game on stage, but there will be Dan Greenwald coming out without a car, which will be unfortunate and sad.
Well, yeah. I mean, if they're not announcing a game, you don't need a car. They need another.
He could come out in his own car and be like, "This is my car. This isn't for a game." But no, I could definitely see him going. It's probably not. They might not even call their next game Forza Motorsport.
I think they call it Forza Street 2.
It could be anything, but
it's gonna be a mobile game.
Well, to be serious though, like I think it was last E3, him and Ralph Fulton were joking around, and they were doing an interview where they said they were working on a project that was neither Motorsport or Horizon. That was
Forza Life. That's what they're gonna call it.
Not Forza Street, not the stupid ass mobile game.
Life.
Life is not bad. I mean, that's cool.
But
he's all about making car people love gaming and gaming
gamers and car lovers and car lovers and
gamers.
Sir,
it's that thing. Yeah,
I've been properly introduced, sir. I
exactly. So he'll say it's a life. It's a way of life. So that's why we're calling it Forza Life.
He should really become a. Never mind. Yeah, I definitely see him coming out and saying it because they got to come out. If it's going to be what they said, the rumors are of a community-driven development, they have to come out on stage and be like, "Hey, this is what we're doing. Get involved."
Right.
But they're going to have
Life. It sounds like it's something that can go on forever. You see?
Yeah. I get it. I thank you.
Yeah, it's not too far from like a GT Sport. That's not that far off from that. Model. Except maybe it might not need the online requirement, but who knows? They might.
Speaking of GT Sport, that game's got some real development into it. It's pretty good now.
Yeah.
I know it's off topic, but
they're doing a good job. Don't expect that Forza game to be online only though. Just expect it to be a game that doesn't
games
have
as a service. Yeah,
it doesn't have. It's a game as a service, but it's still going to have a career mode. It's probably going to have it where they're probably going to set up to where every year or two they'll come out with a new career mode.
I just want to throw it out there. This
with
is the
new tracks.
This is the longest development time Turn 10's ever going to have with the fucking
no shit.
Which means it's going to look fucking awesome.
So it's going to be fucking ginormous by the time.
We've been talking about this when everyone was bringing up Death Stranding being made in 4 years. It's like, well, you look at studios like Turn 10 have been putting out games every 2 years.
At 100-person studio, too. It's not that big.
Forza Motorsport 5 was made in less than 2 years. It was made like a year and a half. And it was the largest racing game ever launched on a console.
Yeah, super quick turnaround. And yeah, like Jason and I were talking about on Twitter, like people are saying that, Death Stranding is fast. I mean, it is fast, but
it's fast for Kojima. It's pretty normal for
exactly.
a regular studio.
Yeah, even Coalition put out.
Well, they went on about, they had to learn a new engine. So, I mean, they got a pre-made engine. Shit.
Yeah.
Which a lot of studios got a pre-made engine.
Yeah. See, the thing is, they were making a real game. They weren't making a racer. because racing games, everyone knows, are easy to make look really good.
Oh yeah, this is true.
Very easy games. That's why.
yeah.
That's why GT Sport is so.
Well, I don't think
monstrous.
they
That's-
name it.
That's
or
why
anything.
Drive Club and GT Sport.
That's why it's
were-
so well.
I'm being honest. I don't think they name it at all, so they don't have to count this as a game. But they
Bingo.
will show off.
It'll be Forza.
They'll have a
They'll
Forza
say Forza.
race car game. At
The
your
next
Scarlet.
Forza.
Hey guys, we're working on the next Forza game, and
You know what
you're
it's
all gonna
gonna be?
part of it.
You know what it's going to be? It's going to be, here's the website you can go to help us build this new game.
To sign up for the beta
Yeah.
Yeah.
or the alpha.
The update.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to the next studio.
We have 2 more studios. We have Undead Labs, which I think will show nothing because we know they were working on State of Decay 3 or whatever they're going to call it, and it's not anytime soon.
I can't wait for that, by the way.
I want it to be called World of Decay.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Shared world.
Yeah, I think they'll be there. I think they're gonna show off the Trumbull Valley expansion because they've been talking about that for a while. So I think they're gonna show that expansion at least.
You think they'll waste time on stage with that?
Well, I guess if you can call it wasting time.
Well, no, I mean, like it's a good thing to show at E3, but
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
I don't
Yeah, I get
necessarily
what
think
you're
it's stage time. You know?
Yeah, it depends. You know, if
they're
it's
gonna-
a big enough. Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Jason.
If they're going to do this whole thing like we talked about earlier about having each new studio on stage, you'd think that even if they don't announce a game, you know, they might come out on stage and say they're working on something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be the ideal. It's that way you got every studio out there kind of pimping their wares and stuff like that. So, and hopefully maybe because their expansions haven't been like huge. Like they've mostly been like little things like a horde mode and packs of weapons and stuff. So if this is a significant expansion, then I think that would count. Because similar to Horizon 4 has like a huge expansion, so that'd be interesting to premiere there. But like you said, it could be also like a inside Xbox thing too. So we'll see.
We might not even see an expansion if they have most of their studio working on the next State of Decay.
Not to cut everybody off, but they do have to make up like 3-4 days of inside Xbox. So their expansion could definitely be part of that.
I think so too.
Yeah, a lot of these games we're talking about that are going to be there might not even fucking be on stage. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Like games
our count can definitely be off.
So I'm at
State of
11
Decay.
right now. Oh, sorry, didn't hear you, Dad.
Oh, it's all right. I was just gonna say, State of Decay seems like something they would announce when they're talking about Game Pass and like how many millions of people have played
Oh
State
yeah.
of Decay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, surprisingly it's a big game for them now. Like it's a big numbers game for them for the services and stuff.
It was a great game for Game Pass. It fit that. It was like, you know how you got those movies that rented really good, but they didn't sell very well? That's State of Decay.
Yeah.
Totally.
Well, that's
I'm
what
not
Game
willing to
Pass-
spend $60 on it, but I want to play the
That's
shit
what
out
Game
of
Pass
it.
has done for games. Like, I don't think Sea of Thieves would have sold anywhere near or done anything like it did if it wasn't for Game Pass, letting people just get in and play.
I totally see Sony following suit. I think they're next gen.
Everyone is.
Yeah, they're gonna have the same thing, and it'll be day and day too. It makes sense.
It's going to be hard for Sony to transition to that though because they're so single player focused.
Yeah, that's true. That might hurt some of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you can't do single player games
Yeah.
to too much of an extent with that.
Yeah, they'd have to do it with their like smaller, maybe multiplayer games, and maybe they'll work their way up if they or maybe if they integrate more multiplayer into their single player games, they can ramp up to
The
that.
Last of Us had multiplayer.
It did, and Uncharted did too.
Yeah.
But God of War, Days Gone, which just came out.
True.
It's gonna be. It's
Detroit.
Days Gone does have a battle royale mode. I saw footage.
Now, Dreams is perfect for that kind of service.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. That exposes all your audience to.
But they
the type of
definitely
game.
have to have an answer to it for next gen.
I agree. They need to have something like that because that would be more. That would
Powered by Azure.
yeah, they would give their PSN more value, so they have to do that. I think.
Especially if Microsoft does drop gold price.
Oh yeah.
But drop the paywall. Like they definitely have to have like, okay, we're doing it.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be super interesting to see them fight that way. Like
Oh, it'd be fantastic.
Yeah, just thought, that'd be awesome.
Especially if they somehow did their conference after Sony in 2020.
Yeah.
Just grab the Monday night. All right, so next and last developer technically is Global Publishing.
Ori.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we know Ori 2.
Such a great name.
And then Age of Empires, I'd guess. The next Age of Empires.
Yeah. Do you guys think KI2 this year or no? Maybe next year?
That's my prediction is KI2.
Nice. Who's going to do it though?
Iron Galaxy.
That'd be really nice.
Yeah. Maybe
why would they leave? Why wouldn't they go? I think Killer Instinct 2 sold. It sold a lot, right?
Yeah, it did well enough to warrant more seasons.
To keep development going, yeah.
And with the success of games like Mortal Kombat now and stuff like that, I mean, and Injustice, it only makes sense to.
Yeah, it's just it would be a nice fighter for Xbox, and that would make me very happy. I don't see it happening, but I would make me very happy.
Yeah, plus I think the reason why they didn't do a 2 yet is because that was one of those games where like games is so they kind of kept adding. It was a free to play, but it's a modular game. It's kind of a mess when you download all of it, but it is one of those games that you can keep adding more stuff to it. So that might be why they're doing it for next gen, and it might have more impact as a launch title. But teasing it would be interesting. I'm not sure if they'll include it this year, but I would like to see it.
I think you're right about that. That it would be better to announce that in 2020 than this year.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, Stinky Pete says he said Ori and Age of Empires for global.
Right.
I just I don't think we see Age of Empires on stage.
Really?
No, I don't think we see it. I think we see that at the Xbox presser, and then they just announced that it's coming to Xbox as well.
Yeah, interesting.
Or at the PC presser. And then
what if we see Age of Empires and they say, oh, by the way, Relic is the Microsoft Game Studios family?
You think that will happen?
It's possible.
But don't Sega own them?
Yeah.
What if they bought Sega?
I mean, let's be honest. Microsoft did buy.
We are basically talking about the Bruce Wayne of the gaming world. What'd you do? I bought the bank to have it. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, so Stinky P asks, didn't Rand confirm KI2 was in development? Yeah, I believe he did. But that's kind of a no-brainer, It's like it would be weird to not have that development,
Who said Rand confirmed it?
Yeah, I think he confirmed it in one of the I don't know if it's Xbox 2s with Jazz or something. And Jazz did an Xbox 2 last podcast. He said something about a new studio too. I don't know if you caught that, Vern.
No, what did he say? I didn't hear this.
Yeah, I said that the Microsoft were developing a new studio. But he was kind of scanned on details. But it looks like apparently there might be another new studio. So it might fit into one of your guys' predictions where there might be a studio added to the conference.
That honestly, that would make me very happy too. I want them to keep expanding, and I mean, what they did last year was absolutely
awesome.
Tremendous. It was so awesome, and it was so needed. I just don't want them to just stop. I just want them to kind of maybe get 1 or 2 or 3 studios, expand on what you have, and honestly, I think they'll be in very good shape. I think they're in good shape now, or decent. They, I remember talking to Steve, and it's unfortunate he's not here because he was so into the development and he knew about everything. And I just remember him saying, "He's like, there's nothing here, Tim." And I remember thinking to myself, "I'm like, he's totally right."
Yeah.
And they fixed that, and they did it the way the way they should have, and they really, like I said, I just hope that continues. That just the building, I love that.
Yeah. Steve is I always loved his his detective work on this stuff because it was always interesting. The unfortunate thing was that nothing ever really came true. It was kind of almost like a fool's errand because Microsoft kept doing weird stuff like closing studios down or doing like shifting teams over to other stuff. Like Lift London was like a big studio that everybody was like, "What's this team doing?" To this day, we don't know what they're doing. I think they're doing like cell phone stuff.
Well, they were on HoloLens for a while.
Yeah, it was a very big mystery studio.
Yeah, and then they hired Casey Hudson,
Yeah.
Mass Effect guy. And then he works on HoloLens, and then he leaves. I mean, it was just awful.
Weird R&D portion of Microsoft there. Like, it was weird, like, their era there.
It was more like an R&D gaming studio.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not really a gaming studio.
Yeah, at LXP, there was, what else was the other? Microsoft Victoria, which never happened. Decisive Games never happened.
Well, it closed, yeah.
Yeah, really weird. Unfortunate.
Microsoft was an extremely odd place.
And then when was the other one, the strategy studio that opened and closed? Pretty much, that was never fully announced.
Right, yeah. Clowns is in the chat. What's up, Clowns? Sorry, I didn't acknowledge you earlier. Like for the, I did acknowledge you in the chat though. So, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. And Sticky Pete's always asking some good questions and giving us some good feedback. So they said Lyft also did a lot of apps for Windows 10. So yeah.
And Mikey Barr's not going to come in our chat. This is a real Xbox Uncut podcast.
Thanks, Clowns. He says, "What's up, man? Good show. Thanks, man. Appreciate it." So, and keep up the good work on Four Guys Recorders and all that stuff. And a big fan of the show, and you guys do a lot of good stuff over there. Also on the Tick podcast as well. Clowns is in Tick, so awesome show. And you're doing that tomorrow, right, Tim? Oh no, you're doing Iron Lords, right?
Yeah, I'm booked for like 25 podcasts. A lot of people. I have. I'm supposed to do. I'm actually waiting for the link. I'm supposed to do right after this. The Tick broadcast, and then tomorrow, the Lords.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
TXR at night.
You're the only guy I know, Tim, that I'm at work and I'm talking Xbox, and some guy's like, "Yeah, man, you ever heard of this guy named Tim Dog?" And I'm just sitting there going,
I remember that. That's funny. Yeah, Clown says,
"Dude,
you're on
Tim, I consistently defend your honor. Just want to let you know that, Tim."
Yeah, Tim's a good dude, man.
Man, Tim's a piece of crap, man. Family.
Whenever I'm in a chat or something and someone says, "Oh, that asshole Tim," I'm like, "I love Tim. You shut up."
Yeah.
I love Tim.
Yeah, you got to, man. Tim is a good dude.
I think I've been pretty good too.
You're polarizing, man. It's because you're awesome. That's why.
Yeah, I'm just gonna speak the way I feel, but like I used to be a lot more risque.
Dude, I was one of your original fans when you had like 100 followers.
Yes.
When you were like throwing expletives all over about Aaron, like, this is my dude.
Yeah.
Yes. I actually told Phil I will not curse. Because Phil's a real stickler for that. He actually had me blocked originally.
I know. I remember those tweets.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, but he really is. Because like when like if I get time to game and with him, he does not like cursing. And if there's a lady in the chat, he does get mad. Like if you have somebody who's like just using bad language, I honestly, I don't think the guy curses at all. Like I don't think he's cursed his whole life.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
And I had
a
asked
reputation
him that.
to watch for.
Yeah, no, but I had asked him. He said no, he doesn't curse.
I can't help it. It's part of my work.
The closest thing I've ever heard him say to curse is "dang it, dang it."
Well, he's probably trained himself to do that around his children for the longest time.
Yeah,
work,
That's true.
Yes, Phil's a really he's a really good family person too, and just a good person in general. Aside from all the other stuff,
Yeah.
I mean, people they say fire Phil and this and that, but just in general, I have to say, Phil was open with me. He was open to consider me back, and that was nice of him. You know what I mean?
think he's the best kind of guy you could get to be running Xbox right now.
Yeah, he's Xbox in general has a real good connection with fans. The Xbox Fan Fest is one of the things, but they know who we are. They probably know everyone in the podcast. They talk about us. They take our intake, and quite candidly, even myself, I had conversations with Phil not too long ago, 2017, where I was basically saying, what's going on here, and he always was open to talking, and they just in general, even Aaron and everyone, they really do care, and I think in corporate America that's different.
Well, he did what he had to do. I mean, when people were getting really hard on him, including me, we didn't account for what he had to do. And what he had to do was he had to make Xbox profitable. And once Xbox was profitable, then they got the money to put into it. And that's what he did.
When he was able to get on the big table, that was
that was it.
Yeah, and he really deserved it.
Yeah, I mean, for all we know, Xbox could have been like canned that
it probably would have been dead without him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it would have sucked
because when people go, Phil didn't know about the Sony whatever deal. It's like, no, he knew. Like, because he is the head of gaming at Microsoft. He wanted it. Period. Like that's what he does.
I heard he was orchestrating it. So
yeah. I mean, there's no way he wasn't sitting there backstage with both, at the Game Awards, going, "Yeah, that deal's working. Like we're doing this, like fucking streaming on Azure on both of y'all services."
I mean, that was one of the biggest. I know we talked about it earlier, but that was one of the biggest shocks to me. Covering or just following video games when that whole thing happened. I wouldn't think in a million years that Sony would do something with Microsoft. And I have to say, I give them props because they put the company, they put the fans, and they put their priorities in the right position. Yeah. They weren't prideful and saying, we would never do that. And their fanboys or their base was like, hey, we don't need mobile. We could have a dedicated console, and making all types of stupid declarations that streaming is bad, but they did the right thing by their fans, and I honestly, for a company that I used to not like, I have a little respect for them now. I definitely do.
I think Microsoft has led the way. It's just a maturing of this industry where it's not this fanboy war. Like, we have to have fucking beat them in every sense of the word and fuck them. Like, let's do this. Like, mantra of game
Well, they
fans.
saw the negative side of it in such a strong way after Xbox One.
So you see somebody like Phil just like, hey, let's fuck it. Games are games. Let's have everybody come together, enjoy these, and
honestly, Sony experienced that for a little while too with PS3, and Nintendo experienced that right after with N64. So
we've come to a point of maturity.
Full circle, yeah.
Just, like,
and as far as like Azure like doing what they're gonna do, I mean, I think it's also key to remember that Azure is no longer this. They're not the small kid at the table. Azure is now the biggest. They're the biggest.
Yeah, I was reading Sony for their cloud.
If they want to do something,
now has 15 different server farms to host PS3. All those games.
PS Now, yeah.
Microsoft has 56 data centers around the planet. Not all of them have the hardware, but they can. Like, Microsoft can fucking put up hardware wherever they need to and get these services running very well. And that at this point, like, even Digital Foundry's talked about, you could just have the same game running for both Xbox and PlayStation and just have different fucking prompts show up on the screen and stream the same game to those fucking consoles. Like, you do not have to have like unique PlayStation hardware. You just have to have the game running, and both of them are going to be able to do that using Azure.
Yes. Yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to actually have to. I got to get going. I have to say it was a great reunion, and I look forward to doing maybe another one with Steve.
Yeah, definitely.
I would love to do it, and we had a good conversation. And Vern, I will see you next week. I'll call you.
Hell yeah!
and we'll have a lot more to talk about. But thanks for having me on, guys.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks,
you,
Tim.
Tim. Please yell for me
Yeah,
at the
thank you.
Xbox.
Yeah, have fun
at the
over
Xbox presentation.
there.
I will scream loud and maybe break something.
Oh,
I want you to scream.
don't go too
Xbox
far now.
Uncut.
We don't need you to get banned from next E3. We need you to...
Hey, so what do
Yeah.
y'all think about talking about like maybe some other surprises besides like first party that can happen at the conference? Because there's this cool rumor going around, I've heard, about a big publisher agreeing to having Game Pass games day one.
You think EA or who?
I think Bethesda.
I was about to say Bethesda would be perfect for that. Like if
I think
Elder Scrolls
Bethesda.
was Game Pass, dude, holy crap!
Well, all this Bethesda stuff is all over Game Pass. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
you got Elder Scrolls Online on there. You got the all three Wolfenstein games recently on there. I think Doom's on there. Like, there's so much stuff on there, and if there's any publisher that seems to line up with it, it would either be them or maybe Sega or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been going
Be a good
around,
get for them.
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe some because I know Phil made more trips to Japan, so I think that's going to be a big part of. I mean, it's not a first party thing, but I know it's like a.
That's a big thing, though. Yeah.
I could see Persona 5 on stage. The next Persona.
Honestly, if Bethesda wasn't as big or had as much capital as they had, I wouldn't doubt it if they would have been a Microsoft-owned studio by now. But being as big as they are, that's
well, yeah,
not.
ZeniMax or whatever. Yeah.
Because during the Giant Bomb interview last year with Phil Spencer, he was like, "Yeah, I know people want Persona on Xbox."
It could happen. It could happen. I'm gonna guess Dragon Quest.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Like builders or the main.
No, it was 11, I think. Right.
11. Yeah.
I can see both builders and.
And I
11.
think it'll be the version that's going to be on Switch with the new fully orchestrated soundtrack and all that stuff.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah, because Square Enix has been a little bit more, a little bit better with Xbox lately with their stuff. So that would be very good image-wise.
And do we see Final Fantasy VII Remake?
Oh, that's
on stage.
I don't think
so. Or do we see it just at the Square Enix conference, but also announced for Xbox One?
That's a good question. I would say no to the Xbox One, but definitely on Square conference again. Maybe more. They show Aerith or Aerith, whatever her name is.
Okay, so how about do we see a third-party exclusive being announced? So it's not Microsoft Game Studios, or Xbox Game Studios. I think they're called now.
It would be a very good option for where the studios we bought are not ready yet, and we need games.
Yeah.
So they're completely funded pretty much by Microsoft. So that's but exclusive.
Yeah. That would be
with the shocker of Sunset Overdrive
2. Wow, that's going bold, man.
Yeah. Shocker.
So who would publish it?
You get Microsoft to publish.
Okay, because it's owned by Insomniac. Yeah. So Insomniac can find whoever they want to publish.
Well, I guess no, that would be one of the games then, right? If it was a publisher.
Yeah, it would.
So, yeah. I mean, I still have games on my list, but yeah, I could see it coming. The people that have been all about it have been crazy about it. So
you would hear me yeeting so hard if a Sunset Overdrive 2 was announced.
But you know what? They might get somebody else to publish, but they're on Microsoft stage. Maybe some kind of short-term exclusive. Deal. But I don't think that IP's dead.
I hope not, man.
But I could definitely see it going multi-plat for sure. Like just.
Oh yeah, that could be.
Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell is going to be at E3. I don't know if it'll be on Microsoft stage, but it'll be at E3. If it's not at E3, then they really are not listening to what people want and they're fucking up.
Yeah.
That game's going to make a shit ton of money whenever it releases.
Mm-hmm.
The hype behind that.
How about features? Backwards compatibility thing, something?
I think we get a big. I think we get a big like Xbox and Xbox 360 backwards compatibility release list, maybe with some 4K options on there for the 360 stuff.
But I think
what are the chances they might be enhancing the backwards compatibility with? God, I so wish they would bring back original Xbox Live. I wish they would do it.
I could
but
see them
Yeah.
announcing for the next gen consoles that everything will be upscaled,
yeah,
just because
yeah.
they'll have the power to do it.
That's true.
What about achievements being added to Xbox original games?
Oh, that'd be awesome. I don't know that. I kind of doubt it now.
That'd be cool, right?
Now this
Yeah,
is
because
never going to
PlayStation can
happen,
do it.
but bringing back
it could be
original
done. It would have to be
Xbox
done by
Live.
Microsoft. Like it wouldn't be
Yeah.
part of the game. It would be part of the UI.
I mean, it's a pretty small group of games on there already. It wouldn't be that much,
Yeah.
But that would be cool, right? With some new releases new backwards compatibility releases, or like I'd love some 4K editions of 360 games. Like if Lost Odyssey and Blue
Oh,
Dragon
yeah, that's a big one.
got updates, those would be really
Yeah,
cool.
4K updates would be insane on Blue Dragon. Like,
Yeah,
because
man.
that art
Oh yeah,
would
that
work
game would really scale
and shine.
nicely. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
So-
really good already. Like it looks like fairly clean, even
Ooh.
at 720.
Yeah.
Elite Controller Part 2.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Yes.
That's gonna happen.
that. That could happen.
But I think
think
they
it
announced
will.
that after they announced that all your controllers are forward supported going to the next
Yeah. Ah.
It'd be funny if they 4K enhanced GTA 5. And they
I
still-
guarantee we're getting it, but I guarantee it's going to be when they feel like they've gotten their final breath of whatever they can get out of the game until they release a 4K update.
Yeah,
They're strangling that game till they can get.
That could
They're
happen on
squeezing the
stage.
shit out of
That
it.
could happen. I mean, that would be a good place to
Yeah.
do it.
yeah.
I think they announced GTA 6.
It ain't happening for a while.
Nah.
Oh my god.
They're
GTA
making so
6,
much money off of 5.
You pop out a trailer for 6 or
I was telling a guy the other day, is like, what's the highest money making game right now? And they're like, they're coming up with all these theories. It's like it's actually Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah. and
Like, what?
and I don't know anyone that plays it, but apparently everyone plays it,
Yeah.
it
Bizarre.
has a giant multiplayer community.
Yeah.
That's just not us.
Mhm.
And
I don't see how it's not single player. Damn it, dog! You saw your
Well, no,
mouth.
it goes back to that. It's like the way a lot of hardcore Sony fans feel about Microsoft and Xbox in general, is how we kind of think about Grand Theft Auto. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
that
Who
same
plays
bubble.
Gears?
Yeah, it's
Who plays
closed-minded.
Halo.
Yeah.
It's like, trust me, Halo was fucking still one of the biggest multiplayer games. It's huge. So is Gears. So is all these multiplayer games. Sea of Thieves, like, people thought that game was doing shit, and then it's like, no, it has like a couple million people still actively playing,
Yeah.
hunting the same 4 fucking like islands. Like it's there.
Yeah. Stinky Pete, you said not leagues. What do you mean for like Xbox Live integration, or you mean for something
League of
else?
Legends. No.
Oh, League of Legends. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Mouse
something like
keyboard.
that.
Mouse keyboard.
Yeah, it could be that. It could be that.
World of Warcraft.
If WoW fucking finally launched on consoles,
I would actually like to see a bigger relationship between Microsoft and Blizzard.
Blizzard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
so
Well,
who do
Sony paid for that announcement.
And honestly,
exclusivity.
since the last time I played World of Warcraft, how they keep simplifying it, and they really do keep simplifying the hell out of that game. It's getting to the point where it basically could be played with a controller.
Yeah.
Like they've really gotten rid of most of the complication in that game. Not that I can't say I'm personally a big fan. I loved all the, how it used to be, but
I never played it back in the day, so I'm actually pretty excited about the classic.
yeah, dude, that game, the classic version of that game is awesome. Like if
nobody
you
will ever play, it's not good. People aren't gonna like it. I'm sorry. Those are all the excuses.
I
for
loved
Downscape.
back in the day. It was like, oh, you want to mount? Get ready to play for about 40 hours.
That's how it should be, man. You
Yeah,
gotta earn that shit.
and you really did have to earn that shit.
Yeah.
Unless you played a paladin and you can get it like 10 hours earlier.
No, man.
All right.
Jesus.
Y'all want to guess on what studios they might buy?
I have a few.
4A games. They
Really?
I don't. Yes,
That
I
would
don't
be-
understand why they haven't bought them.
I mean,
Like
that would be awesome, man. That'd
the
be awesome.
expertise they have.
But haven't they already announced that they're working with a partner for a new game to publish? I think they have.
Could have been. I vaguely recall that.
I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying it's going to happen.
In May 22nd, THQ Nordic has signed a deal for the next 4A Games big new AAA project. So
Wow.
Man, that would have been a great pickup.
It wouldn't.
I know.
Stop them from buying them. I'm just saying.
That is a
No.
That
No.
is a badass studio.
It
what
hasn't
they can
stopped
do.
them yet.
Yeah, that's true.
But this is for a big new AAA
yeah,
project, so it's it's not like Obsidian where it was a smaller published game like Outer Worlds is going to be, you know.
I think Iron Galaxy. Why not? Fuck it.
That'd be good.
I think Iron Galaxy came out on Twitter and said that was not going to happen, like about 6 months ago or 8 months ago. But you never know. Maybe that could still happen.
Yeah, because Playground and Undead said that before they were going to be independent and they got bought out eventually.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's a possibility. There's a lot of talk. There has been a lot of talk about IO Interactive.
Yeah. Asobo's been a big one too. Asobo Studio, who did
so that would be a good fit because they've had a relationship with them for a long time, and then also the game they just put out, was it Plague's Tale or something?
Right. Yep.
It's supposed to be really, really fantastic. So, and it's a single player story driven game.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be a nice pickup.
It'd be an
fill
excellent
in some
pickup,
gaps. Yeah. So
they
would be pretty great.
Do they need one more big studio?
You know, I'm not sure they do. I mean, as I'm looking through this list, 343 is huge. You know,
Yeah.
Ninja Theory's getting pretty big. Obsidian's very large. Playground's very large. Rare is very large. The Coalition is very large. Initiative is very large. So, I mean, that's 7 pretty giant studios. Turn 10 is not that big. Undead Labs is not that big, you know.
Well, Turn 10 fluctuates because they outsource so much.
Yeah.
During development, they balloon to 500. But
maybe I shouldn't include Ninja Theory, but Obsidian's very big. They're over 200, and they're going to be 300 now. So you got at least 6 300 plus up to 1,000 people kind of studios, you know. So, or at least 300 to 500. The Coalition's getting pretty damn big though. And so is 343. So, yeah, that's like 6 giant studios. I'm not sure there's room for another giant studio.
I'm just wondering if they can spend $2 billion on Minecraft.
That's true. It's true.
Maybe they could pick up one Project more. Red.
They could, but I don't think CD Projekt is ever going to sell. You know, they're making so much money as an independent studio. There's no way.
Yeah. It would be hard.
And I mean,
there would be some serious backlash too.
There would be a feather in their cap.
They're on the mark of breaking even for Minecraft right now. Either they broke even. They're either profitable or not. They're like right on the fucking line for it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like you give it another 6 months and they'll be way past it. I mean, at the end of the day, it was more valuable for them to buy Mojang than it was for them to let the money sit in the bank because they're more valuable. But it's still like...
I'm just wondering if buying another studio on that level that they know would make money rather than money sit in the bank would be worth it. Because, you know, if they were to buy... this is outlandish.
Just to throw it out there real quick. CD Red is €5 billion purchase. They are listed on the EU stock market. So theoretically, they could buy it. But you have to figure if Microsoft did go for a hostile buyout like that, they would be paying a premium. So you'd be probably looking about 10 to 15 billion.
And the backlash from a move like that would be just so damaging to the brand. I couldn't see that happening because of that.
But they'd be paying like 2 to 3 times more.
You know who would be a really cool pickup is if EA was just absolutely tired of BioWare.
They're walking them to that ditch that we all know all other studios are at.
But if Microsoft brought them home, like that would just that would be wonderful.
But you know what? I don't think they even have to do that. They just have to poach the talent and put them in Obsidian because Obsidian's pretty much their next to go to, you know, RPG studio.
And that could very well happen, you know.
Yeah, because like You figure like the best RPG studio, like a Mass Effect style game, would be Obsidian, right? Like, what do you think?
Yeah, but think about it. Casey Hudson was at Microsoft. He leaves again to go back to BioWare to get them, in shape. Maybe that whole process was to get BioWare.
You're saying they're pulling it. God, what was his name?
Yes.
Phil Harrison. The double
Yeah,
agent?
they're pulling it. They're pulling.
Who knows, right? That'd be pretty cool, right?
It's something. It's something we would do. Xbox Uncut would do.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. We need you to go there.
Yeah.
We need you to go to Nokia. All right. We got this great idea.
Exactly. It's a total Nokia. It could be a Nokia.
We got this great idea. All right.
Yeah.
Hear me out.
They're priming them for it, So
funny.
just go there, make sure what's it called, the Anthem tanks.
Look,
Lower that market value.
We got this. We got this seed we want to grow.
And then you're gonna come back to us with Dragon Age and Mass Effect.
I can't wait for
all
the
sorts of ass.
Netflix series in 10 years about how infiltrated BioWare.
There's a rumor that both BioWare and LA Dice being on the chopping block, but that was a crazy rumor. I'd say Microsoft would be better off just like starting a new studio and then just picking up
getting Casey Hudson.
Yeah, I was about to say, no matter what, even if BioWare dies, Microsoft will end up with their developers somewhere.
And then EA will just have Mass Effect and Dragon Age, and they'll never. Gosh, that'd be so upsetting.
Yeah, they already do that with like Dead Space and SSX and all the EA big games.
Dude, if Microsoft could get Mass Effect, it would be. They
should have Mass Effect.
They could really do the game justice.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agreed.
But I mean, outside of Asobo, I'm really not sure, like which ones make sense. Maybe a Japanese studio that's on the outs. I don't know, like
Platinum Games. No.
or maybe the Swery studio, the one working on The Good Life.
Yeah.
What? 1 sec.
Yeah. You don't think IO is a good pickup, right? It's still too.
No, I think that could happen. That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I did mention them. I think maybe IO and Asobo. Those are like my.
Yeah, I agree.
The ones I see most likely.
Yep. Definitely 100% on that one. Yeah, Japanese is hard, but it'd be a nice find for them to get that. Even what happened to Grounding Inc., who were doing Crimson Dragon, and they originally did Phantom Dust? Like, I don't know what happened.
I don't know. Maybe that's a possibility. But yeah, Swery Studio, White Owls. I don't know. Maybe they go for them. That would be the only Japanese group that makes sense.
Or what Team Ninja?
No. Team Ninja's doing pretty well under with Neo and then Neo 2. So no, I don't see that happening.
Okay.
And Team Ninja's already owned by is it Tecmo?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, Koei Tecmo. So
I gotcha. Yep, makes sense. Different because they get contracted for other stuff too, like that Ultimate Alliance thing. So I just kind of maybe thought that was a thing.
Yeah.
I've always wondered about the idea whether or not they could eventually get Capcom, but
the Capcom is doing well now, though. Capcom went back to just doing games the way they do games. There was a period of time where Capcom thought they had to move to the Western development style, and it got them in trouble. I mean, it started with Lost Planet, which was fairly well received, but that was the beginning of them trying to move to that kind of Western style. They did it with having Ninja Theory work on Devil May Cry. Remember Bionic Commando, which was just a complete bust, and they thought that was what they needed to do, and it kind of seeped into their Resident Evil games as well, with 5 and 6.
True.
And then they went just back to Capcom, and they're doing so much better. Resident Evil's back on track. Devil May Cry's back on track. Monster Hunter's just doing amazingly well. So I don't see Capcom in trouble anymore in the same way. The Resident Evil 2 remake did really well. So I'm not sure what Japanese studios are out there that need saving right now. Most of them have died already.
Sadly, yeah.
I'm just looking online. Like people are talking about Relic Entertainment, maybe.
Right, who is owned by Sega. Yeah.
But that's
Or Creative Assembly would be another one.
Yeah, and
I mean, they were actually in talks to buy EA. Like that was a thing. I don't
Square
think that
Enix.
happens, but
Square Enix isn't going to let go Crystal Dynamics either.
No, especially not now that the Avengers game's going to be pretty big at E3. So
That'd be a good studio too.
Oh yeah, it would have been fantastic.
So who's publishing the Avengers game? It's not EA, right?
Square Enix.
Square Enix, okay.
Yeah.
Sony. No, it's okay.
Yeah, for some reason I keep it's Crystal Dynamics and EA and.
But knowing that they were in talks with EA as maybe they pick up an EA team,
Yeah. Sneak Peek says IDOS would be a good better purchase. What do you think about that?
IDOS is owned by Square Enix, so
yeah.
I want them to buy BioWare so that we can get another one of those crappy drawn things where they're taking BioWare to the ditch, and then you see a stick figure of Microsoft jumping and
saving them,
pushing them out of the way before they get shot.
Yeah.
And then they're both looking at the ditch full of studios.
Yeah, I think Vern was saying that they were owned by what do you call it, Square Enix.
Yeah, well, Square Enix took over Eidos or whatever, and then now has all their properties and owns all those development teams and is working, sending them on different projects. So that means they own Deus Ex and they own Tomb Raider and all that.
Yep.
It's confusing. No matter what, I feel like the game industry is doing really well right now. Like I feel like everyone's starting to find their spot place.
Yeah, but there's still this kind of dangerous middle ground, that is drying up.
Yeah.
Like the mid-tier studios are all dying.
That's been going on for a long time though.
Yeah. Well, they're all being purchased by, who is that? THQ Nordic or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a studio black hole.
Yeah, there's like 50 teams they bought over the last couple of years or something crazy.
Crazy. There's no way all their games are gonna come out well.
Yeah, like Piranha Bytes was the most recent one.
Yeah, man.
I'm surprised Microsoft missed out on that one.
I know.
Maybe they didn't like the studio culture or something. I don't know. And then they missed out on the Rocket League team, Psyonix or whatever.
Yeah, and also the Warhammer Vermintide team. I think Fat was it? No, what team was that?
Oh, I don't know.
I think they got bought though. Let me see. Look that up while you.
Stinky Pete wants to know how THQ is making a profit. The answer is slowly.
Fat Shark, that's who it
They're
is,
like
right?
one of
Fat
those
Shark,
companies that went around and bought like 50 theme parks around the United States, and in like
Fat Shark's
20
still
years they're going to go out of business.
independent, so Fat Shark
really?
could be a possibility.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
they're still independent.
Could have sworn THQ bought them, but
Maybe it happened recently.
yeah.
On their Wikipedia site, they're not showing that.
You know who they could buy? That would be a huge turnaround for them on PC.
Yeah.
And I don't even know the logistics of how it would.
Paradox.
Yep.
Yeah, they showed Paradox as the list of developers that's working on.
Dude, that would be
Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for the PC version.
Not only would that turn them around on PC, but Paradox is also a big publisher. They publish a lot of games.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening, and the reason I don't think it's happening is they made the deal for Game Pass PC with them.
Yeah.
So there's a partnership, but which is really great.
No matter what, just even a partnership is awesome because Paradox is really owning the scene, kind of, in a way.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, Tencent purchased a minority share in Fat Shark. That's what it was. Yeah. So yeah, thanks Stinky Pete for the backup on that one. Yeah, I looked it up. Yeah, it looks like Tencent has a bit of a thing on them. Yeah,
but
like
I really,
said, though. Yeah, a lot of developers.
I'm having a hard time thinking of other teams though.
Yeah, it's hard. I guess you'd have to draw up a document and kind of keep track of all of them.
Hey, maybe Platinum, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's always the joke.
All right, you're gonna finish You're gonna finish Scalebound. I don't care. We'll put you in the basement.
That would be amazing if they re-announced the Scalebound with
my god,
the purchase of Platinum Games.
that'd be funny.
Scalebound Definitive Edition.
Yeah.
We heard you guys.
And I mean, Relic has been going around, possibly. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be 2 or 3.
Sounds about right.
I think 2 just doesn't sound like enough, though. You need at least 3, 1 or 3.
Like a
2's
small
Same
not right.
time, like this, they're gonna have a shitload of studios. Fucking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's
For
true.
all the studio complaints, it's already over. But I could see it. Yeah.
Yeah, with 2 more, they'll be at 15, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like 15 actual big.
Well,
what people
one of those
consider-
15 is the Global Publishing, but that is a legit studio. They do work with third parties and send people to those studios to
and work on
make the games better. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like it's
No,
crap
but it's
studio.
not like, hey, this is on a Windows Phone game or a HoloLens game team. No, these are like fucking all working on big.
Right. They're sending people
games.
to Iron Galaxy with, Killer Instinct. They're, they sent people to Bungie.
Yeah.
To work to get Destiny to hit 1080p. It's like they're a legit development team in the sense that they're doing real work.
Yeah, if you think about it, they've made up almost like a majority of Microsoft's like output for this generation outside of the first party. That's
they worked on Crackdown with Sumo Digital. They worked on
Horizon and Undead before they were. I mean, Horizon and before they were acquired. Yeah, there was
exactly. So it's a legit team.
You'd like to know, would Xbox look at splitting 343 after Halo Infinite?
Splitting it.
I mean, they're big enough to do multiple projects for sure.
Yeah.
But it depends on what Halo Infinite actually becomes.
I don't see that because
we didn't talk about Certain Affinity. That one's always kind of possibility.
They can't split 343 because it's an odd number.
I was talking to a friend about this, and I think this would be a cool idea: is to get Certain Affinity acquired and have them work on classic Halo.
Yeah, but I think Tencent has their hands on them too. They have some sort of
money put into them. Yeah.
Tencent's
a lot bigger than people understand.
Yeah, they're very very crafty.
They got their grubby hands everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sneaky Pete reminds us Certain Affinity is partly owned by a Chinese company.
Yeah, Tencent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know there's also Leiyu Enterprise or something like that. They're like a chicken like meat company. They're like some sort of like subsidiary of Tencent. I don't know. It's such a weird thing going on with like Chinese companies and the video games and stuff. But
he
it's
says
weird.
it is Leiyu Tech, not Tencent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I figured it was one of the two, Leiyu or Tencent. But I think Leiyu is part of some other company.
Something we didn't bring up, but I keep hearing saying, was there anything to go on this MechAssault thing?
BattleTech.
MechAssault stuff.
There could be a BattleTech game announced. There's a possibility.
Yeah, I kept hearing people talk about it, but we never brought it up.
Yeah, Certain Affinity opened a second studio in Toronto.
Oh. And anyone could be making a MechAssault game, by the way.
So, they're making money. They're fine. They don't need Microsoft. I don't know. There's also Splash Damage, but I think Splash Damage has already... I think they're covered too. Same thing with Sumo Digital.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Splash Damage is Leiyu. Certain Affinity is Leiyu as well. Interesting.
But yeah, it'd be crazy if they get Iron Galaxy.
Maybe Ruffian?
Like
maybe they eventually grab Ruffian.
Yeah, I've always been, advocating for that, but it just never seems to happen. I think they're also called Rocket Punch or something like that now, right?
No, they're called. They're still Ruffian though, because they announced that Ruffian is working on Halo Reach.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's like a split off team that's called like Rocket Punch or something like that.
Yeah, it's the one that worked on Crackdown 3.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
All right. Is there anything else we want to cover before we tie up the end of the show?
Not really. I mean, well, for me, I think it's going to be an interesting show. I don't know if I'm not like super hyped for it, but I'm excited to see what they have to show.
I'm hyped because I'm going to be there.
Yes, well, that's true. If you're going to be there, that's going to be even better. So that's cool. I'm looking forward to see Vern take pictures and hang out with him and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it should be fun. Hopefully, get some good swag too.
Oh yeah, they got some pretty awesome swag bags last year, so I'm hoping.
But
Hoping this is good.
2020, I think, is going to be the bigger show for them. Like it's going.
Oh yeah.
2020
Yeah.
is going to be the crazy year. Because I think that's when we start seeing what all these devs are really pushing out. We're going to see what Rare's second team's working on for sure. We'll see if, we'll definitely get a ton of Halo Infinite.
Yeah, you can pretty much fill out whatever is like not shown in this show with the next E3, basically. So, which is interesting.
Yeah, because pretty much anything you go, I'm not sure if it's next show for sure. Like it's just gonna be so packed.
Yeah, Initiative, Obsidian's new game, probably a new Ninja Theory game, even. You know.
Yeah. So that's gonna be fun.
The Playground's next game. I mean, it's gonna be It's 2020 is gonna be the year.
E3.
And whatever other studios they pick up before then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. Please write us in at letters@xboxuncut.com. We'll be back on. We're gonna just do the show on Sunday next week, just right after the Microsoft press conference. We'll probably do it about an hour after the Xbox press conference, and that way we can actually see.
I'll try to call in on Discord.
Yeah, and we'll we'll have some good times and see what's we'll talk then. But until then, y'all take it easy, stay safe, and we'll see y'all later. Peace out.
Bye, guys.
Later.
Bye, guys. Good show.